white woman. Apparently, if you date a white woman, then you don't know anything about being
You don't know
black.
nothing. Yeah. Like my mama ain't black, nigga.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
She said she want the last word.
Like, wait a minute. You date a white girl. I just don't see how you are. Okay. You are not black no more.
Couldn't get the last word all my life.
Don't be mad at that.
Right.
The hell?
Welcome to this week's show, y'all.
Yo.
We live on the RiverBend.
Live on the RiverBend.
It's me, Adrian Rucker, with Marvier Lawn.
Your
We
boy.
got Beans Franklin. We got my guest over here, my brother, from the same
guy.
mother,
The Barber guy.
Kerri the Barber.
They womb mates.
My barber.
Shut the fuck. We ain't twins.
We were roommates for years.
Y'all not roommates. Y'all womb mates.
Oh,
I
You know what I'm saying?
I rented the space after
Where
you
my
left.
phone at, man?
That's all that was.
He said, nigga, he left it a little decent for me. He looked clean. It was nice.
Parties every night.
Yeah. It was live. I'm gonna got an interview coming around like 12:30. We're gonna hit up C-Stock, see what's going on out there in Niagara.
We got to tell
Or Buffalo, I mean.
Man. You can't just be like C-Stock. Nobody knows.
Oh, my main man,
Courtney Stockard, number, what is it, 30?
He 30 right now
Number
because
30.
somebody stole his jersey.
Somebody stole his jersey.
Well,
Right?
he
They
be
found the
rocking-
culprit.
He be rocking that double one though, don't he?
He number 11.
Yeah, you like that. Double.
They found the culprit. It was some girl. She
Oh.
just needed the Courtney Stockard jersey.
Oh, she just wanted her jersey.
You know, we
I
gonna.
can't
That's
get it
crazy.
signed, so I'm just gonna take the whole damn thing.
She just, she just wanted his jersey.
What is up with what you looking for? Oh my
Oh
god!
Lord.
Oh Lord.
All right, just a quick tidbit.
Here you go.
If no one knows who Jack Cook Kent
shit right there,
is,
by the way.
his daughter is equally as racist as him, apparently,
Ooh.
because she on New Year's Eve called somebody some anti-Semitic slurs while also hitting him in the head with a purse.
I mean, well, that's real white
So
people.
hold on, you talking about the daughter of the owner of the Redskins?
Yeah,
right?
that guy, the guy that said that
The
black
daughter
people would
of the
never
owner
play
of the
for
team.
him.
But you know what's crazy about the team being called the Redskins? Indians really didn't care.
They really didn't.
Until they cared.
No, they still don't care.
I'm about to say, yeah.
But
Not really.
They
No,
do
they really
care.
don't. No, they really don't.
How come they don't?
They
There's a lot
polled
of Indians on there saying that they care.
They polled them.
It was just
they
one,
asked them.
It was
They
just
told
one.
him where?
It was just this one reservation.
What is it?
They
Where
asked
polled?
one reservation.
Yeah. That's terrible.
We pay y'all good. Y'all like, we don't give a damn about DC. The hell? We don't even know. It ain't even a state.
Yeah, nah. I don't know about
It's a
that shit
district.
though.
But they just said with
I don't know how Indians feel about it, but I know it was folks who was talking about they was trying to get that shit removed.
Yeah, they was trying to get that shit.
What do you think is more racist? The Redskins or the Cleveland Indians logo?
Come on now.
God damn.
I mean,
Yeah.
baseball ain't changing shit.
I
Baseball
mean,
don't
no,
give a fuck.
they've actually like went through the Indians logo like 4 times. It was like, look, come on now.
They tried to change it from the
I'm about
happy.
to say-
They tried to change
To
it
the
from
point to
happy
where now,
red face
if
with
you
the
look at it, a
feather.
lot of the times the team just wears the name Indians.
Yeah, they don't wear the Chief no more. The Chief bug. You know?
Hey, my
But
Chief
the Chief is
Hey,
legendary.
remember back in high school, I had the hat with the Chief. It had the gold teeth, the earrings.
Mhm.
shit,
That's
you know what I'm
legendary.
saying?
That's
Hey,
legendary shit.
Hey,
right
that
there.
nigga talking shit.
I'll do
John
it for-
Davis
I'll
said
do
the
it
new
for
Breakfast
culture.
Club.
The new breakfast.
I'll do it
The
for the
dinner
culture.
thieves.
The dinner. I like that.
Hell no.
The
That
dinner
nigga
thieves.
Hey, so that Celtics Cavs.
Ooh. They trying to say if Isaiah Thomas was there though, it'd be different.
Well, let's talk about Isaiah Thomas real quick. In his 19 minutes,
17 points.
man,
Of
it
ball,
was,
19
they're very
minutes of
efficient.
balling
He was
out.
balling though. He was balling.
it was
very
looking real
efficient.
smooth with it too, didn't it?
Ooh, didn't look like he missed a beat.
And it did show you what the Cavs could look like with Isaiah Thomas.
I don't think the Cavs wanted to play that game.
the big
the other
question
night against
is,
the
though-
Celtics. It just seemed like they wasn't.
With that little drop of Isaiah,
You know,
do you think that they going to be better with Isaiah or what they had with Kyrie?
I think they might be a little bit better with Isaiah.
just because Kyrie's better on defense.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you think they'll be better?
Well, I think they'll have a.
They're not going to be as good as they was.
Well, I think they'll have a point guard.
But at the same time, that same Isaiah Thomas had the Boston team with the number 1 seed
He did.
last year.
They had a system though.
Without playing that defense, though. Is what
I'm
I'm
about to say
saying.
they had a system.
With playing horrible
they had
defense.
They had Jay Crowder. They had Marcus Smart. They had some people who played.
And they had that
So.
guy who was dropping buckets.
He was dropping buckets.
What was he like?
But
Second in the
killed.
league in scoring?
I think
Top
IT
five.
a
Somebody
better
said-
fit than
Top five,
Kyrie.
top five, top five. Top five, top five, top five.
I'm just saying, me personally.
You said what?
I think IT a better fit than Kyrie.
A better fit?
I think
A better
he is,
fit,
too.
yeah.
I mean, we just don't know.
We don't
We don't know
yet.
yet. No, that's my opinion.
But
I think
LeBron won't
he
have
a
to
better
do
fit.
so much point guard shit no more.
No, he won't.
Uh,
And you got
now
little
he'll be
IT
able
gonna
to-
run to death.
He'll be able to roam a little bit more.
He gonna have to play more defense.
They couldn't let Kyrie run the point because Kyrie was going to take the ball and do Kobe shit. Like, for
Yeah,
real.
he trying to shoot. But at the
He
same
was like,
time,
I'm going to get my buckets, okay?
that was his job for the moment.
It
'cause, you know
was.
what I'm saying? He had to get the baskets.
Hey,
See, he's
and
second
he
in
was
the league
getting
in-
the bag though,
Well,
and
and
he
he
was
like-
getting it. He was getting it at a high percentage. It wasn't like
Right.
It wasn't like he was running around
And
low
he was
40s. No, he
real
was
clutch.
He's second
and was leading the league in fourth quarter points.
Kyrie's second in the league in scoring, right?
Right now,
Kyrie,
Right
you
now?
talking about the layup guard?
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't even know the stats right
ain't
now.
Uncle Drew no more.
No, I think he's second league. I think he's second in the league in scoring.
The layup guard.
Yeah,
I was watching that little piece that they did on him before the game.
I don't know though. I don't know.
My boy was talking about him.
Hey, that boy's super saucy at the rim though.
You can go both ways. That's what Kobe was saying. Go both ways.
I don't know. I gotta see. We got to see what they're gonna do, man. 'Cause
You're right. It's still a long
if
season.
they could have played, if they'd have played IT against the Celtics, we could have seen them.
I honestly don't think they'll beat Golden State still, though.
No, I don't think nobody's beating Golden State.
Nope.
I don't know.
Nobody's beating Golden State.
Nope.
I don't know.
I just don't see
Bro,
it happening.
I don't see nobody beating Golden State.
I don't see
Golden State just because it's the whole Kevin Durant and LeBron James matchup. LeBron
And Kevin
James
Durant
just
playing
can't.
with a little,
With
little
IT?
chip.
You got a little
With
sauce.
IT? They beating Golden State.
Yeah, but you take out LeBron.
Nah, they ain't beating
You
Golden
take
State.
out
They beating Golden
you
State.
take out LeBron James though. I mean, your team wasn't winning with LeBron James, but then you just completely
And people
eliminate
just-
him from the game.
I just really hate how people just.
mean-
are
Who
just-
gonna eliminate him? How you gonna eliminate
People
him?
just really
What the
disrespect.
hell?
Kevin Durant.
Since how?
LeBron did
LeBron's had
decent in the
triple-doubles.
finals, but you see when
How you
Kevin Durant
eliminate a triple?
Look,
That ain't.
In a
Kevin,
loss.
when Kevin
In a
Durant
in a loss. So.
Kevin
It
Durant
wasn't
was guarding
LeBron's fault,
him.
though.
When
But
Kevin
still
Durant was
right,
guarding
but it was
LeBron in the
definitely-
finals,
Still a loss.
I tell you like this.
it was hard for LeBron.
LeBron
LeBron was like, I
would've
don't know
had
how to
a-
handle this shit.
How was
LeBron would have had a better chance if KD wasn't on that team.
Man, I'm trying because
Duh.
ain't nobody guarding.
What was K? What was
That's the
K-
second best player in the league.
What was KD averaging in the finals? Like 35.
Like 30 something. Yeah.
35.
Like it was like 35 and 11 and 8 or some
And
stupid
then,
shit.
and then, like I said,
What was
remember
LeBron averaging?
what
30,
LeBron
10,
A
and
triple double.
12? What you mean?
what was LeBron's numbers when KD was guarding him though? They wasn't good.
They was still the same.
No,
Wasn't the same.
No,
I mean, they
no.
probably
his,
dipped
his,
a little.
efficiency, his efficiency went down.
They probably dipped a little bit, but you'd act like he only got to worry about KD. No,
But
you
he
don't.
didn't. That's the thing, though. He wasn't.
It's
He wasn't
it's a
aggressive.
system to beat LeBron. I was watching it.
They throw bodies
I was
at
watching
him.
the other day when
Then they got Draymond. They ain't doing
Cavs-
none of that without Draymond.
LeBron be killing Draymond.
But I'm saying his presence. I'm not
He be
saying
killing him
LeBron.
on some
I'm saying
one-on-one
his
shit.
He be
presence.
killing
That system-
Draymond.
that
His
system they got him
presence,
on.
period.
Draymond-
They're
I
not
don't
doing
care what-
none of that
I don't
without
care what
Draymond.
nobody says.
They're
In
not
fact-
winning without
No,
Draymond.
in fact, Draymond didn't do shit in the finals last
it
finals.
ain't about what he
Not
did.
really.
But what he
Draymond
did on the
didn't-
board, what he
didn't
did
have
on the
to.
numbers.
He didn't have to.
It ain't about
Draymond
what he
did
did
not
on the
have a good
numbers.
finals.
You talking about
He
his
didn't have to do
numbers.
it.
I'm not talking about his number. I'm talking about his sheer presence.
Yeah, his
Yeah,
presence-
well,
his
I'm trying to
presence
tell
is
you.
Big.
I'm trying to tell you.
Take Draymond off that team. What
bro.
happens?
It was a bunch of games in the final. I remember.
2015.
Hey, I
2016.
remember.
They lose.
I don't know,
They still get there. They
still
lose
get
this
there.
though.
They
No,
might.
I don't think they lose.
You don't think
Nope.
they beat LeBron
Yep.
with without Draymond?
Yep.
Never.
I
It's
do.
possible. It's possible.
I do.
He's got talent. They
I
got
put
talent.
Iggy on him before I put Draymond.
They got talent.
Iggy give LeBron.
Yeah, they got a lot of talent.
issues.
They got a lot of talent.
Sports.
But they not doing nothing.
Hey,
You know,
Iggy give
like you
LeBron
said, Draymond is the glue to hold the wood together.
Iggy give LeBron real issues.
Iggy
Iggy
give
give
him
you
problems.
15
He give him
minutes a
real
game.
issues,
So
though.
you ain't giving him no
Man,
issues
give
for
him-
15
I'd
minutes.
start
You
Iggy.
give him them real issues
talking
late
about-
in the game.
And
man.
you start Iggy come
Iggy-
fourth quarter,
Iggy-
LeBron gonna be
Iggy-
killing the shit out
All
Iggy.
you got to do is give him
Iggy
that.
gonna be out there tired
Iggy's a-
in the mother.
Iggy's a vet.
Iggy Iguodala
He's
gonna be looking
Iggy's-
like Iggy Azalea.
Hey,
It's like,
hey,
it's
hold
like
on,
having,
hold on,
it's like having like Bruce Bowen.
We gotta respect Iggy.
Why? Yeah, he can't do
Shot-
that.
Iggy
it's
is a
Springfield
Ill
all
State
day.
veteran and
Ill
a-
State.
He a Finals
and
MVP.
an
Final
MVP.
MVP.
Finals MVP.
I got he. What is he? 39.
Man,
No.
that man, he ain't
Iggy
that old.
old.
Man.
He ain't that old,
He ain't
G.
that old.
Iggy old.
He just been playing. He been
That
playing
boy
for a
old
long time.
as or older
That boy
than
did
LeBron.
1 year of college and got up out of there.
I'm
He
about to
older
say, he
than
been playing
LeBron.
for a long
Exactly.
time. man.
LeBron 38. So he
No,
gotta
LeBron
be
like
39.
33 or
No, he
something like that,
33.
man. LeBron
Iggy,
ain't that
I'm
old,
telling you,
man.
Iggy is like he
You
almost,
can
he
say
almost,
LeBron
he's almost as
38,
valuable as
though. That nigga
Bruce
haircut
Bowen.
look
Like
like
people
that.
just like, oh, Bruce Bowen.
Man, I didn't say
Bruce
Iggy
Bowen
wasn't
was
valuable.
key
I just said
in some
yes,
very,
Iggy does his thing.
very
15, 20 minutes.
key situations for the Spurs.
Yeah.
But all you need is
You
that
start
last
him on
five.
LeBron.
That last
Yeah.
five, man.
You gonna get that first half.
You
That
get that
second half, LeBron gonna damage that boy.
Hey,
That's where you need Draymond.
How did he end up getting Finals
Draymond gonna
MVP
get
though?
in his head all
Draymond didn't get Finals MVP.
Oh my God, Draymond.
I'm just saying.
Draymond damn near putting
It's
up
different. That was different.
Exactly.
That's different.
Draymond put
It was key Iggy. It was key
You
Iggy.
can have an argument that
And
you're the.
what's crazy is Sean
Iggy was
Livingston
putting up
didn't even have a good Finals.
But I said
This
Iggy
is
was
the
putting
thing,
up like
though.
20.
There was a bunch of people that didn't have a
He
good
was averaging
Finals.
like 20, 21.
Kevin Durant had an excellent.
He did though,
Finals.
but
It
he
was
don't got to
like-
do much. That's the
But
thing.
you're not-
His game is easy.
But
now.
you,
Klay
but
Thompson
it's
didn't
not
even have
gonna
a good
be.
Finals.
It's
He
not
didn't
going to
have
be
to.
that easy without Draymond though.
You hear what you're saying?
What
You
you
keep
mean?
saying
Draymond is the
You gotta
hardest-
watch
it's a lot of-
Draymond.
you
You gotta
keep
watch
saying a whole
Draymond. You
bunch-
gotta stay on him. I don't get no
Yeah,
hell
absolutely. They
regardless.
deep.
You
They
gotta
deep.
stay on him. If you pull Draymond out of there, he can
That
give
year
you
they
15
lost, though.
minutes. What you gonna get with
That year-
that?
Hey, but I
The
dig
year-
Draymond. He just didn't have a good Finals against the Cavs, and he gets killed by LeBron.
Stat wise, he probably
And
did.
LeBron, when they give LeBron
But his
the
job
ball,
ain't to.
it's almost like Jordan.
It's like
they double
Rodman.
team him real quick.
His Rodman's job
On
wasn't
some
to
real
get
shit.
points,
On
or
some
to,
real
his
shit.
job was to get in your head, get them boards.
Draymond
Well,
is-
Draymond gets
play
buckets though.
defense.
Draymond is
Draymond
not.
Draymond,
Dude,
exactly. That's
he's
why
balling.
it changes the game.
Draymond is
Because
not
Draymond
a
might not be
LeBron
so
stopper.
consistent, but you better stick him though.
I'm telling you, Draymond is not a LeBron stopper though. That's not his job.
It's not.
When
will
did
guard
I
him.
ever
He will
say
guard
that
him.
Draymond
not.
was a LeBron stopper?
I'm just saying that. I'm just saying.
When did
that.
I
But
ever
he do
say
his
that?
thing, though,
I did
man.
never
There's
say
really
that.
not a
The
LeBron
year they
stopper.
lost.
all I
the
said
year they
was-
lost, he was the most important player on that team.
All I said was
KD just
without
makes it hard for him. That's all I was
Draymond,
saying.
The year
they're
before
not
they got
moving.
KD.
They moving, but the train ain't going to the ship.
No,
The train ain't getting the ship. They
What you
ain't
think
beating
about
LeBron.
that? Them bowl games coming up.
This
That
one
bowl
last
game.
one we got
Let's say
the
that-
SC
that
the,
one.
That bowl game.
The only one
SEC
that
title
matter?
game.
The bowl game.
First of all,
Hold on. Let's talk about USF
Hey,
and the excellent young man with the one arm.
Hey,
that shit was impressive.
I didn't mean to laugh.
I
but it's funny.
appreciate what they trying to do.
No, the
He
boy was a
killing, though, I
monster.
know.
The boy had like 15 tackles, like a sack,
I
2
appreciate-
sacks.
With one hand.
He
I
felt that
appreciate-
shit.
Dude was everywhere on that field. Hey,
Hey, whatever your name is, the dude with the one arm, you
Hey.
the truth.
Killing.
you the
You the
truth.
He
truth.
said Draymond
True.
got 21 triple doubles.
Draymond, yeah.
Draymond, they
Yeah, he had a
hard.
triple double the other day.
I
Draymond
agree.
is their heart, man.
We don't
Yeah.
agree on
Heart,
much,
man.
Slevin.
Who said that? Slevin?
Yeah.
No.
Without Draymond, they ain't winning the chip.
Bet you they do.
But
I'm just saying.
But
Hey,
but
hey
you-
Slevin, they're
but
making a
UCF
live action Akira movie, by the way. I just wanted you to know that.
if that was that team without Kevin Durant, take Draymond off, they ain't winning no chip. Pick KD on there, they still winning the chip. I don't care what you talking
That's
about.
some real
Yeah, they
shit.
can,
I
but not against LeBron. But you know what I'm saying? We can move on to the UCF and the bowl games, though.
Yeah, niggas crazy.
No, UCF threw a parade.
A parade.
They said they got their
For the
own
national
national
championship.
championship. Fuck you mean?
Hey, shit.
They
But
went
do you
12
think the college
and 0.
playoffs should be
But they-
expanded?
Yes, they
I do.
should.
I'm about to say the system
Two
don't really
teams.
give them a chance.
You
So
know what I'm
Just two
saying?
man, they
teams.
got to take what they can.
You say 6?
Just 2 teams.
I say 8.
They was.
I
I
think 6 would
heard.
be cool.
Top
I,
8.
I heard that the students, the players, were talking about they didn't want those extra games. The coaches do because it gives them more time
Yeah.
to coach.
And it give
And
you a
then you get to practice with more
give you a
younger
better
guys,
chance to
you know
keep
what I'm
your
saying?
job.
So it gives you more practice
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
You know, coaches
I can
want
come in-
more practicing because they
Now-
cut a lot of practicing down
It's
for the
gonna
coaches.
it's going to basically turn into either 1 extra game or 2 extra games.
It's just gonna be 2
or,
extra
or 3.
games.
I mean,
I like to see it expanded. Your boy Danny Cannell be on Twitter salty about the SEC. He was so mad that Georgia. First of all, let's talk about that Georgia
I was going to
Oklahoma
say,
game.
I
Did you
don't
see them
blame
gaps
him.
they was running through,
That was
Man.
deep right there.
bro?
But let's
Every run was like a big. It was like they didn't run the ball unless it was a big run.
before we
You
even
know
get to
what
that.
I'm
Before we
saying?
even get to that, though,
Like, unless it was going to be a 25-yard game, they just wasn't even going to hand it off. They
who
was-
won the SEC? Georgia,
Georgia.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so they should have
Georgia.
been there. Right?
But people act like because UCF beat Auburn
No.
and Auburn beat Georgia and Alabama, that proves that the SEC wasn't.
Well,
That
I
proved
felt
that-
like
that proved that
I feel
US
like to be
UCF
honest with you,
should've-
and this is me talking. I love
5.
Michigan to death.
Because- 6 or something.
Because
I should've been
Auburn
5.
also got smacked by Georgia.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so look,
So,
this is me talking. I mean, I love Michigan. I hate Ohio State, but Ohio State should have been in the Final Four for the simple fact that they won the Big Ten.
but look, though,
Alabama lost, and they. I mean,
you really think Ohio State would have beat Georgia or Alabama?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that they should have been in because they won their conference. Because the
They
playoff,
shouldn't have got beat by Oklahoma.
look, the playoff committee makes a big deal.
They shouldn't have
Of-
let Baker Mayfield.
But don't they make a big deal
Oh,
of like the
he got
whole
treated.
teams winning the conference and shit, especially the Power 5? You win the Power 5, you're in. And then what they say? Usually, hey, you win the Power 5, you're in.
But
They say, and then
okay,
they had a
so
better.
I mean,
right,
that's-
so okay, so
that's
did,
what it
but-
should
okay.
be, though. That's what.
So did you see Alabama what they did to Clemson?
I seen that.
So do you think they need to be in there?
I didn't, but they didn't win the conference. That's all I'm saying.
So that's what I'm saying. Why not make it every conference? If you win your conference,
if you win your conference,
you win.
see,
You
they
got a
keep-
chance.
so
at the
all I'm
national
saying is-
More like the basketball shit.
All I'm
Yeah.
saying is the lack of consistency within one.
You win.
But
If I win the Big Ten,
I know
I beat
y'all love
everybody. I win the Big Ten. I
Alabama.
should
I
get
know
a
the
chance.
committee loves
Guaranteed that's
Exactly.
Alabama.
I should
You
get
know
a
what I'm
chance.
saying?
It's too many conferences. That's the
So
thing.
now we're gonna rank them 1 through however many, 1 through 8, the top 5, 6 conferences. You know what I'm saying? That's when you probably need 6 teams.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the top 6, we're gonna rank them now. You was the best of the conference. This was the best. This was the best. You know what I'm saying? Now you're gonna play 1 to 6.
Okay.
1 to, you know.
But then-
I just college football shit. They be
But then what
fucking
if you
up,
one
man.
of them teams like UCF or like a what if
Yeah, because then that would
what
eliminate.
see,
if, what if,
some
what
of
if
them.
No,
Boise goes
but see,
undefeated?
And I hear, but see,
And then they
look,
don't even get to get in
That's why
because
I
they're not
said-
in one of
but
those
that's why I
conferences.
said
I hear
eight.
your
That's
argument.
why I
But
said
look,
eight
I hear
right
your
there.
argument.
UCF.
That's
But
why
like-
8
but that-
teams ago, because now those
see, they
teams
should.
like
That's
that,
too many, but that's way too many games.
But look,
how is it?
That's a lot of games.
that is a lot of games.
That's a
not
lot of games, bro.
games. It's a
Yeah,
lot
it
of
is.
games.
That's a lot of
They only
games.
As Little League, we play 12, 13 games, not even including tournaments. We play 15, 16 games a year.
And they probably
we
shouldn't.
don't even play as much as like of say a Las Vegas play all year.
Right, and
We
they
don't
probably
even do
shouldn't,
that. And we play 15, 16 games.
The only reason
Ain't no
the
excuses?
the only reason that's the only
Yes,
reason
it is too because them little kids ain't working, ain't trying to get drafted.
The only reason
So-
I couldn't
so
see
he
it
is on
go
my team.
to 8
So-
Shout out
teams.
to Renegades.
No. So what I'm saying is, after bowl games, now you got to work on
Working
getting drafted.
hard.
You
Big
know what I'm
dreams.
saying?
I'm telling you.
After the bowl game, now you got to work on the combine.
We got a little dude on the team we call him Mr. NFL.
Right.
That's all he think about.
But look, after you finish bowl games, there's combine.
Yeah.
You do the combine,
They
you
didn't
get
even-
drafted. You taking up time with that. They still got school.
But see, it ain't even just that.
These niggas still got to graduate.
That's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
It ain't even
That's
just
a
that.
lot of
bro,
moving
you
parts.
just throwing
right.
shit out there.
But then you
like-
start looking
I
at
ain't
it.
just
But
throwing
then,
it out there,
but
but
then
you
if you
just-
start
I
looking
mean,
at it
it's the-
realistically, like how the college they like money, right? So there's only
more
what?
money.
There's
It's
only
gonna be plenty.
six. There's only 6 big bowl games, right?
Right.
You got the Sugar Bowl, Cotton Bowl, Rose Bowl, Fiesta Bowl, and then I don't know. I think there's like 2 other ones. I can't think of them right now.
Dollar
but-
General got his own bowl, but
I'm saying you got the 6 major bowl games, so I can
It's
only
hella
see.
bowls,
So I can only see like 6
Remember they
teams
said all those
going,
fruit bowls?
and then
Peach Bowl,
still you would
Tangerine
need
Bowl.
like
Every bowl.
2 more games after that.
Orange
because you
Bowl.
got 6 teams, and then you still have the
then you
Final
had the 8
Four.
teams. That would
You
be
know
them.
what I'm saying?
That would be
Pineapple
them.
Bowl.
That would be like the Max and the other
Pear Bowl.
teams. You know what I'm saying? That kill. Like UCF could have made it this year.
And then what I don't
You know what I'm
understand
saying?
about, and then what I understand about college either, like I said, they got their top. See, and what he was saying, they don't give no respect to the little conferences like the conference
UCF,
USA and shit
Okay,
like that.
this is what it-
because for some
shit
reason,
fucked up,
even though they're in the Division I football, for some reason they're just not as big as these schools.
I wonder why.
They don't make enough money
make enough
or
money, yeah.
stuff like. I mean, I don't know, whatever. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Which is crazy because they still produce pretty good products if you look at the football games. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
That's
I was-
that's a lot of guys in Florida. You know, Florida got a lot
Man.
of talent down there.
so what? So FAU. Now I'm not saying that FAU could go into Alabama and beat Alabama, but I bet you they could go in there and compete. I bet you they could probably compete with a lot of these teams, and they may not
Yeah.
win against some of these big teams because
But they might.
the talent always.
didn't think of the story. It's always a story.
But at the end of the day, you're right because they might because you would have thought that when Michigan was playing against Appalachian State by talent and paper, you'd have been like, well, Michigan's going to dominate this game.
You come to find out, Appalachian State had a couple of niggas that was getting drafted. off
Man,
this shit.
that and then, right,
Low.
that and then they
you know what?
that and then they won what?
He was better than we thought.
3 division. They won their division title like 3 times or like something like that, like in the last 3 years. So I'm just
it's fucked up that UCF they had a year they had and they ain't gonna be.
This is what it
Yeah.
is. They was hating on Wisconsin all year because no one really thought Wisconsin was that good. But because what you're talking about, because they played in the Big Ten, they had to put them up there, and everybody knew Wisconsin wasn't that good. If they would have put UCF up there, because I still think Ohio State shouldn't have gotten in because I don't think Ohio State would beat any of them teams. They might have beat Oklahoma, but actually I don't even think they would have beat Oklahoma.
Not the way Oklahoma.
Georgia beat them in
see, look,
overtime.
the only reason I'm saying the only reason I was saying they should have got in is because, like I said, they always talking.
I love the
oh,
Big
top
Ten.
5.
I love the Big Ten.
If you win your conference out of Power 5, you're in.
But there's
You know
also
what I'm saying?
there's also an eye test.
Oh, they do all this stupid. But see, that's what I'm saying. They do all this
also an eye
stupid
test.
shit. They do all
I'm
this
not
stupid
mad
shit.
about the teams
I mean, yeah,
that got in there. Clemson was number 1 in the country. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Rightfully so.
You know what I mean? And that's the thing too. Alabama was highly ranked. They just didn't win because that's how the SEC is.
Mhm.
It's just so deep over there to where, you know what I'm saying?
They deep.
Because Auburn, that's why Auburn didn't get in. If Auburn would have won that conference championship, they would have been in there over Georgia.
So why not make it like even, let's just throw this out there. Like say top 6 teams, top 6 conferences, you know what I'm saying? Or, top 8 or whatever, 6, let's say.
And you
And
in your
everybody else
conference,
get the
you should be
major
in
bowl
there.
games.
They should have just stopped with the
You in the
small access
playoffs,
shit.
you
If
for the national championship. Now,
you were in the
Boise
Pac-10,
State, you get the Sugar
you
Bowl.
win the Pac-10,
UCF, you get the Rose
and
Bowl.
you have one
You
loss,
know what I'm saying?
You should be in.
You said
You,
what?
if I said if you are in the Pac-10 and you win the Pac-10 with one loss, like say if you have one loss or 0 losses, then you should be in.
They probably would have.
You know what I'm saying?
But then
no,
like
no,
10 teams
no,
probably would have.
It would
won.
have to
I'm
be
talking
like
about what
8,
he's saying.
It would have to be
6
8 teams.
You know what I'm saying?
trying to think
no
who that
more
was.
than one loss.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can only have one
but,
loss.
but it also depends on who you play. See, that's another thing.
yeah,
too.
that's another thing too. So then,
But I'm not saying Alabama
No,
played a
you-
bunch of.
no,
But that's why
it
they're trying
isn't.
to. That's why they're trying to eliminate those
because
look team. You know, Alabama playing.
you look at
You know what I'm saying?
Georgia whooped Auburn.
This little
and
bitty
then
school.
But the little schools don't want them
Georgia-
to get rid of that.
Yeah, because that's how
Georgia
they get paid.
whooped Auburn.
Little schools want that.
And Georgia got beat by a very overrated Notre Dame team. Like the
When?
committee, like
When?
earlier this year. Remember Georgia lost to Notre Dame earlier this season. That was one of their losses.
Georgia got 2 losses.
Yeah, well they had one or something like that, but they lost to
No, I'm
Notre
about to say,
Dame.
I don't think they lost to Notre Dame, G. I think they smacked Notre Dame. They lost to Auburn.
Somebody,
No,
they lost to
They
Auburn.
lost to Auburn.
Yeah, I think they lost to Auburn. I don't think they lost to Notre Dame. In fact, I remember them.
Somebody, who is it? Because no, never mind. But anyway, yeah. Okay, that's who it was. My bad. I'm tripping. But yeah, Auburn was overrated team.
I think
But
Auburn was a
still-
little overrated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were still.
Auburn beat Alabama.
They beat
and,
Alabama,
and
but-
Georgia though.
Yeah.
So they beat
Right.
exactly.
It's every
Exactly.
So,
I'm
talking about
just-
rivalry games.
Alabama
That's who it was. I'm
Alabama plays everybody, smacks everybody. They played Auburn, and it's a deep game.
tripping. Yeah,
Yeah.
and lost.
That's a
It's
rivalry.
gonna be a close game.
And lost the War Eagle game. Well, what that last with the kickoff field goal, but that was
Yeah.
that was weird.
But they,
Lucky,
I mean,
but it happened.
that's the year they won the national championship though. But
Mhm.
Deshaun Watson came.
So
back the next year
who
on
you
them.
going for? Who you know what I'm saying? Each
Yeah, we
one of
never
y'all
did get to the
picks
point.
of the
Yeah,
national
that-
championship.
That was their
Who you give? Who you picking?
I'm picking Georgia. I think that running game is just with Michelle and Chubb. I don't know.
Michelle.
That's crazy,
Man.
man.
Who you getting, Beans?
I mean, I want to go Georgia, but I don't know. I don't know for real.
You gonna leave it down to quarterback?
That's
play.
that college shit,
You gonna
man.
go
That
against?
college shit
You
is
gonna go
always.
against Nick?
You talking about, man?
Oh,
It's
Saint Nick.
unpredictable,
That's two
man.
Georgia.
I didn't think that Georgia
That
was
shit
gonna beat
unpredictable.
Oklahoma.
Who you going with?
Who I'm going with? Georgia
Oh,
Bulldog.
that's 3 Georgias.
That's
The 3
Bulldogs.
Georgias.
That's a lot of Bulldogs, man.
damn near
I mean, only
unanimous.
reason I say Georgia because that last game with Nick and them, it was rough.
I like Alabama's run defense, but are they gonna be able to hold
has
that?
It was rough,
Clemson
though.
got dudes getting drafted off that defense everywhere.
It was
They
rough.
got a couple of DNs
just
going
not-
first
I'm not
round. They
sold
got a
on-
I'm not sold on
linebacker.
Alabama.
But that
I'm not sold on Alabama.
Clemson got a lot of dudes
that
on that
run,
squad.
that
Attack,
run
man.
game of Georgia is so.
Yeah. If you look at that game,
ridiculous.
But this is
Passing
another
yards
thing.
versus rushing
This is
yards.
another
Everybody
thing.
come out
But
there and show up.
wait. Let me break some stuff down to you. They were playing Oklahoma. Oklahoma is a Big 12 team made to
Passing.
play against Big 12 defenses. Right? They're not
Yeah,
they're not
you
built
can say
to
that.
they're not built to play against
that's
SEC
a good
teams.
point.
Mhm.
So
That's not
if you
high
look at a
power
lot of Oklahoma games, that defense let up a lot of points this year. To a lot of it was a lot of games where Oklahoma won. You know, Baker Mayfield driving them
Had to
down
do
the
what he had
field,
to
and
do,
you
yeah.
know they went in close tight games. And
Just like they lost this one.
yeah, man. I mean, if they stopped, I mean, what Georgia had over 300 yards rushing. Like
But this-
it was
it's-
crazy.
it was
With two running backs.
It's not
Crazy.
easy.
So that's what I'm saying.
Not
You
easy to
had
stop a
over two. It had over 300 yards rushing with two running backs.
I
Both
want to
running
go
backs
with
had over 100
Alabama
yards
because
rushing.
Nick Saban's great.
Just
You know
gonna
what
go
I'm
with
saying, planner.
Alabama because I think he's gonna be this understudy. I think that you give him this much time to prepare. Now it depends on if the quarter.
That's another
That's
thing.
the thing.
This is
Because I do like
this is
Georgia's
your
quarterback,
old,
but he's
this
a freshman.
is your old
Hey,
that
coach.
quarterback.
You know what I'm saying? This is
'Cause
your old coach,
have
so
you
he
ever
know
seen-
everything about you.
have you ever
he know
seen
your
how
planning.
how
He
he
know the
see-
insides and the outs and what you think about, what you talk about, because you're calling me when you feel it. You know what I'm saying? So he know all
I
that.
just want
Have you seen how Georgia's quarterback throws those out routes, those sideline passes? I mean, that's enough to get him drafted right there, and he's He's a freshman. He throws them better than like anybody I've
That's
ever
the hardest.
anybody
pass.
I've ever
That's
seen.
the hardest pass to throw.
I mean,
ever.
it's his favorite
Also,
pass.
by the way,
It's his favorite pass. He throws that pass like he's gonna make
It's the
he's
pass
gonna make a
they
lot
got
of money
running,
on
but they
Sundays
got-
doing that. I'll let you know that right now.
Ain't
But
gonna throw that out pass
I
like
think-
that against that defense. though.
Right. And I think Jalen Hurts. I just think Jalen Hurts might outplay him, even though I don't think Jalen Hurts is that good
I
of a
didn't even.
quarterback.
He's really
I ain't
not.
sold on him. I
But-
just ain't
but
sold
he's a
on
real
him,
good
though.
runner.
He's definitely getting my.
He's a real good runner.
He's getting more and more of my attention. What is he? A junior this year?
No, he's a sophomore.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, but that boy is.
Oh, he was a freshman. Okay.
Yeah. That boy
It's a bad
is.
man. It's a bad man.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bad man.
That boy is
Respect.
deep with it.
Mhm.
Or is he a junior? This
So
year? Might be a junior.
you saying
I'm
you
not
going
sure.
with
I
Alabama?
don't know. I thought he was a junior, but
You going with Alabama?
I think I'm going with Alabama.
Mm.
I'm going with Alabama.
I just ain't sold on him.
I'm going with the
this
Tide.
year.
What y'all think about?
If I saw something this year, I'd be easily saying
3-1,
that.
Georgia, Alabama.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
Let's see how this goes.
What y'all think about
Georgia.
your boy John Gruden? Not only taking the job at the Raiders, but also getting stake of the team.
Oh, so he
Steak.
took
Hey.
the job?
Yeah, and they gave him a little
Why not?
Well,
Yeah, of course he was. He
a little ownership.
Why
he's
not?
gonna get all
And
that.
he
How do you fire a guy like that now?
You can't. And he emphatically denied
It's a way to fire a guy like that.
Hell no. I
Man.
mean, it's a way to relieve him from coaching.
I
You
mean,
just ask him, you don't
that's what I'm
fire
saying.
him.
You just don't make
You never,
him the coach.
you never
That's the
fire
thing.
him. You just ask him to step
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
Give
Yeah,
him a
but
different position.
whoever you hire, he gonna
Yeah.
be in the back critiquing people with
They-
that mug.
They got John
Of
Gruden.
course.
Yeah,
Now I'm part owner. This is awesome.
John
That
Gruden,
Gruden
is
face.
engraved in
This is
the
right
They
Raiders.
trying to Belichick him, even though Belichick ain't got no
He ain't
no
no
stake.
Nobody
He don't got no
does.
stake.
No one.
He ain't
no
Belichick
stake.
though. He ain't Belichick.
No one.
John Gruden a decent coach.
He's a
though.
good talker.
He's a good coach.
He's a real good coach. He's a good
coach.
motivator. But it seems
Yeah.
like his players get burnt out after a minute because dudes like extra.
He had squad. Then he had, if I ain't mistaken, then he had Warwick Dunn and
That was Tony Dungy's
No, it's
team.
Tony
Okay.
Dungy, but
Oh, that was
And that
Tony
wasn't
Dungy's
Warwick
team,
Dunn
but-
on that team.
Right.
but John
Warwick Dunn
Gruden
was in
had
that-
him right.
Warwick Dunn was
No,
in
he
Atlanta
had,
by that time.
Who he have?
He had the Raiders first.
But he had the Bucks. Who he had? When he had
I don't. There wasn't even Mike Allstott on that team. I don't even.
I think they had John Lynch. At
Mike
least.
was on that team
I don't think so. I think he was.
Did they have
when they won that Super Bowl.
Did they have Big Boy in the front?
I don't
What's his
remember who the
name?
running back was though. It wasn't Warwick Dunn. though.
That D tackle.
No, it wouldn't work.
What's
Yeah,
his
they
name?
had, what
Warren
was it?
Sapp. They had Warren Sapp.
Brad Johnson at quarterback, but they had Keyshawn Johnson was on that team.
I know they had
Yeah,
squads.
stuck
I
around
And
had
they
to
had a
look that up.
Remember
defense.
that.
They had a defense.
That's what I'm saying. I know they had
Hell of a
Warren
defense.
Sapp.
They
now.
had Warren Sapp.
Yeah.
They
Brad
had
Johnson.
They
Yeah,
had
Brad
squad.
Johnson. Brad
what's the,
Johnson was the quarterback.
Simeon Rice.
Yeah, Simeon Rice. was on that
Simeon
team.
Rice.
They had
Tiki. They had Tiki.
No, they didn't have Tiki. They had Rondé.
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 It wasn't Tiki. They had Rondé.
Yeah, Tiki was on the
They had
Giants.
John Lynch. They had Derek
Yeah.
Brooks. You know what I'm saying?
Derek Brooks was on that.
That was
team.
They had some guys.
Yeah, Derek Brooks.
But
They
yeah, John
definitely had some
Gruden's a good
guys.
coach though. So if he can get his players to act right, you know what I'm saying, he might do something with the Raiders.
I mean, watching his little interviews he had with the kids and stuff, I liked it.
He's
You
a
know,
good coach though.
he definitely would have. Me being trying to play, I definitely would play for him.
But yeah, I know he got stake in the team and shit though. That shit crazy.
Oh yeah.
But at least they interviewed the black coach.
I mean, hey, they gotta follow the Rooney
They
rule.
kind of got to now.
Mm,
but
yep,
yeah.
gotta follow the Rooney rule.
You know what, John? Sit back right here. We got you.
And that's what I mean. But people be
Let me
mad
talk to
about
this nigga. How you doing, Kerri?
people be
you know,
mad.
I mean,
Look, people be mad about
gonna interview for-
the Rooney Rule, but it's a lot of people that have gotten
Yeah,
jobs
I like the Rooney Rule. You know what I'm saying?
because
Just because your interview.
Todd Bowles, they had interviewed him 2 years earlier.
Mm-hmm.
The Jets did, but they already knew that they were going to keep. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They interviewed him 2 years earlier,
And knew he was
And-
going to be that next candidate if they had him.
and he was in their mind next time they came up looking for a coach.
Yeah,
So the Rooney Rule has worked out.
it definitely worked. Just like
You
they were
know.
saying about Ron Rivera, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't
Let's
only for
fuck
blacks.
around.
You know?
Yeah, it worked out like affirmative action.
Worked pretty good. Goddamn.
Affirmative action. It did its job.
Yeah, it was which is, I mean, I guess that's why Ryan Rivera and them, took the stance on what's the
Jerry Richardson.
Jerry old Jerry took that stance on Jerry like they did because he gave him a job and he's a minority, which is crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But on the flip side, Jerry out here,
So what's up with your boy out here? Your boy He finally wanted. We're gonna finally talk about your boy Brady now out here.
Oh,
Your boy,
Yeah, what's the news on Brady? Yeah? What's the news on
man, it's basically
that?
like
Right when the playoffs start. What's the news on Brady?
I
man.
guess Brady is running around, acting like he the man.
he all Brady.
and
He
Bill
all
ain't the man.
Brady-ish and shit.
And Bill basically.
But who is
like,
the man though? Who is the man?
But
Brady,
I think what it is.
Belichick
See, I think what it
wasn't
really
shit
was.
without Brady.
No, this is
It's
what
a
it.
system, man.
This is what it really was.
It's a
Is
system,
that
it works.
Tom Brady? I mean,
I
Bill
don't know.
Belichick. I don't think wanted to get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo.
No, I probably wouldn't either.
And
Especially not for no second round pick.
Right.
And Jimmy Garoppolo undefeated, by the way.
never lost.
7-0.
Never lost.
7.
But so the owner, I guess Tom Brady. I almost missed it a little bit. I guess Tom Brady maybe hit the owner up and was like, "Yo, he got to go." The owner told the coach like, "Yo, he got to go." And not only did they get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo, they got rid of Jacoby Brissett too, to in conference rival. You know what I mean?
And they
Like-
could they could have
They
if
ain't
they would
threatened
have
by
got rid of
nobody.
Jimmy, they could have kept him.
Hey, listen.
I ain't threatened by them.
I'm just saying. You think Andrew Luck just gonna come back and snatch his job? I'm just saying. Jacoby be balling.
Man, it's gonna be hard.
Jacoby
for
be
him.
balling.
I
G.
think
hard for
I
him.
think just because
Andrew Luck got it.
Ursay, Andrew Luck got his job. You know what I'm
Think Irsay
saying?
just gonna keep him safe?
You know,
I
he
think Ursay
did.
just love Andrew Luck that
and
much.
they gonna trade Jimmy. I mean, Brissett. They gonna get him up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because he gonna want to get paid. Everybody see his talent. He gonna want to get paid.
Yeah,
That's like Garoppolo.
They made
You
their
got to pay
commitment.
him. You had to pay him. That's what Belichick was going to pay him. Who want to pay 85-year-old Tom Brady, which is still killing, by the way? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was. I don't know.
And
Tom
keep
Brady
Jimmy
might be threatened by
Garoppolo sitting on the
Garoppolo.
bench.
Tom Brady's
5
one of
more
the greatest
years.
quarterbacks ever.
Hey,
Yeah,
Tom
he
Brady-
passed up my Brett Favre. He did. To me,
I
personally.
mean, is he better than Montana though?
Yeah, hell yeah. If he passed up Brett Favre, he better than Montana. Brett Favre better than Montana. That was the best quarterback ever.
I don't know about
Ever.
Who you say?
Ever.
Brett Favre?
Brett.
No.
You never agreed. I don't
that.
care.
He's top five. though.
Brett
He's top five. He's top
was-
five.
Yeah, he's like
That-
number 5. I'll give you
Dude.
probably maybe number 5.
He- I don't
He
think
made
top
a lot
five,
of
though.
mistakes. Yeah, whatever. That's
Dude, he's
everybody's
after
big
Peyton.
complaint.
He made a lot of mistakes.
But
He's
on
after
the field.
Peyton.
He made
On
a
the
lot
field,
of
though.
accomplishments.
He's after Peyton.
Also.
He made a
And
lot of
Peyton
mistakes
after Brady.
on the field too, though.
So I'll give him-
He's after Joe
Only-
Montana.
That nigga made legendary mistakes.
Bro, he's
on
5.
the field.
Legendary.
Not off the field.
Heroic.
Let's not talk about his off the field area.
Shout out, Brett.
Hall of Fame mistakes
He's
on the
still
field.
top 5. He's still top 5.
He number
Still top
5. I'll
five.
give him number 5.
He's still top 5.
I'll give him number 5 just because he played for
You can make an
forever.
argument. I can make an argument about Peyton being better than him. You can make an argument. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'll give you I'll give you Tom Brady,
Joe Montana. Yeah.
Joe Montana.
Tom Brady.
Peyton Manning,
And then who?
and then him.
Mm-hmm.
So 4?
Yeah, that's.
I'll take that.
Who 5?
That's respect. Respect.
And some people could argue Elway.
I'm about to say throw 5 in there. Elway. You gonna say Elway?
I can't argue Elway.
Elway.
Elway was nice.
No, Elway had TD
He
and
had
everybody
TD that
else.
last year.
weapons, but
he
he
had
was nice,
TD that
though.
last year.
Yeah, he was nice. Didn't have to drive.
That boy
TD
had
ran for
squad.
what, 2,000 yards or some
Oh yeah, TD that nigga.
shit? Yeah.
Then they had Shannon and everybody. Even though,
Shannon that
you
nigga.
know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Shannon that nigga too. Man.
They had a couple big wide receivers too that year. Can't think of no.
Yeah, weapons, man.
That
But he still
squad.
was nice.
I mean, he had
Who
Montana
Brett,
had
what's
Jerry
the
Rice.
Brett Favre had probably 1-2
they
years
had
where he
Jerry
had
Rice.
squad.
Oh yeah.
who you talking about?
Brett Favre. He probably had 1-2 years where he had a
No,
nice
Brett
squad.
Favre had some squads.
About
He did.
1-2 years where
No,
he had
Brett
some
Favre had
nice
some
squad.
squads.
He always had decent squads, but he never
He
had
had
a
some
squad.
squads.
He had Antonio
that one year he
Freeman.
had Antonio Freeman.
I'm about
And,
to say,
I said it's a couple years, but then look how quick they dispersed them.
Yeah, but then he had Donald Driver. He had some squad.
He had Donald
some
Driver
squad.
and Antonio Freeman at the same time.
Bubba Franks. He had some squad.
But they got rid of
Bubba
him.
Franks was the man.
They had
Ahmad
Ahmad Green.
Green.
Yeah, he had a squad.
And remember, Ahmad ran. He led the league in
Yeah,
rushing,
he
I
was
think,
leading
one
rushing.
year.
He top 10 on the rushing record.
Yeah, green-eyed Ahmad.
He ain't have
Ahmad
chopped
was my
liver, you know
dude.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I never said he had chopped liver, but he ain't never had Elway.
Just saying.
I'm just
He
saying.
ain't never was a Bronco.
Terrell
He never had
Davis-
Bronco.
Terrell Davis didn't even have a bunch of. He only did that for like a couple of years.
Like
he didn't even.
2 years.
Yeah, he
Terrell
only-
Davis
had like
scored
2
a bunch
good
of
years.
touchdowns real quick
Right.
He had like 2 good years.
and
though.
got up out of there.
But you
Terrell Davis
forgetting
was
all them
killing.
other times John Elway went to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I like
They didn't
John.
win. See, that's what I'm
He
saying.
went to the,
But see, I like Troy Aikman better though.
I think John Elway went to like
Troy
what,
Aikman
4
is
Super
like
Bowls.
top 10 though.
But I can't go to Troy
Okay,
Aikman.
well, you wanna
because
talk
Troy
about
Aikman
run
has
game?
super
Troy
squad.
Aikman had
I'm about to say, you
weapons.
talking about a squad.
Did I ever
Troy
bring
Aikman.
him up?
But
I
every-
didn't
but every
never say
championship
nothing about him
team
in the
had
top 5 or
weapons,
nothing.
That man had weapons.
But every championship team had
Hall of
Yeah,
weapons.
Fame
Brett Favre
weapons.
did it with the Vikings.
Hall of Fame weapons.
talking
Every
about?
team had Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and then tricked it with the Vikings.
Yeah, he
Terrell
did.
Davis in the Hall of
He
What you talking
did.
about?
Not
That one,
every
he'd
Super
have
Bowl.
been on. You wouldn't have had no argument
Rod-
with me if he'd have did it with the Vikings.
Like Rod
nigga.
Smith.
Every Super
Rod
Bowl.
Smith ain't
With
in the
the
Hall
Vikings,
of Fame
nigga.
with Denver.
But he tricked.
I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, like, they all, everybody had weapons.
Yeah.
everybody
quarterback-
had weapons, but I'm talking about the amount of weapons.
Then he had a running
Troy
back and
Troy
a
Aikman probably
superstar
had the
wide
best
receiver.
weapons
Who you talking
on
about?
a
Troy
whole
Aikman.
team.
I know. I wasn't arguing
And
Troy
the
Aikman.
offensive line.
Troy Aikman top
the offensive
Troy
line.
Aikman top 10.
Nigga had a Hall of Fame fullback.
He top
Yeah.
10.
You feel me?
He top
mean,
10.
Top 10 though, I give him that, but he had weapons.
And you maybe can give me a top 15 argument because I can name a couple, but he top 10.
He had weapons, man.
Troy
He
Aikman
had
was
weapons.
awesome.
He had Mike Irvin. He had Jay.
Like
he
Irvin
had,
on coke,
Yeah,
though. That nigga was doped up.
Yeah, he
Killing
had Super
niggas,
Irvin. He
Killing niggas on that dope, man.
Then he had
Oh,
Deion
man,
playing both
Deion.
sides of the field. You know what I'm saying?
Man, Deion was killing.
He had primetime Deion.
Emmett wasn't no
He had
top
that.
level.
He had that. Remember? Hold on. He had see ya. He
Man.
had that Deion.
Yeah.
You know
You
what I'm
stupid.
saying?
You had the primetime game video game.
I'm just saying. I'm gone.
Man, but
Don't
people
act like
don't
you don't
remember.
remember.
People don't remember though that Deion had his best year when he played for
Deion
San
was
Francisco though.
graded.
When
Yeah,
he played
because
for
won
when
the Super Bowl with the 49ers.
Yeah, he
too.
won with the
When he
And he was
49ers.
like, you know what, I must just slide.
and then he
But then
just
the
happened
49ers say they didn't realize my
But look,
greatness.
Deion happened to just win a Super Bowl with the Cowboys a year after, and then after that he didn't
What you
win
mean
them.
so happened? He was a vital part of that.
Dude, he was a vital part of that until the Super Bowl because Larry Brown won the MVP. Deion didn't really do shit. They didn't even throw to his side. He didn't really have much action.
Yeah, I'm about to say
Exactly.
they didn't
That's why though.
Yeah, I'm about to say
Because-
they don't
just
even throw
saying.
the Deion
No, they literally
side,
made it
though.
a point.
Right.
They was like,
That
we
we're
just
not
ain't gonna
gonna
throw the
throw it.
We ain't
Deion.
gonna
Wow.
fuck with it.
Side.
It got to be a reason that
Not
we're not finna
one
throw.
time.
There got to be a reason we're not finna throw to the left, guys.
Exactly.
No, but I remember that. But I'm
Somebody's
just-
over there.
But all I'm saying is after that, then Deion was kind of hurt a lot. You know what I'm saying? Turf toe and shit, and ankle. And
He got
shit like
his
that.
money.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just saying. Like after that, he wasn't
He got
really
his money.
doing
He
shit.
was-
He would
he wasn't
play
tripping
Got that
no
like
bread,
every
though.
once in a while. You
Yeah,
know
He
what
had
I'm
that
bread
saying?
they
game,
won.
yeah. All
He got
that. Oh, my leg hurt. Oh, kneecap.
Mhm.
Yep, my turf. my toe. I'm still Deion, nigga. Let's go to church.
That's when Deion.
What
started-
about your boy Trump though?
What about
You
Trump?
finally gonna get on Trump?
No, hold on. I'm about to have this interview cracking with C Stock.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
Young Stockard.
Oh, we got breaking news. Breaking. Oh,
What was that?
See, that was my
That was
breaking
your
news.
that was your breaking news.
Yeah, that's my breaking news.
Yeah, I bet
You know
some
what I'm
breaking
saying?
some shit.
Let's see if we can get.
We're about to
the
get
young man
see.
on the horn.
Call your boy Courtney Stockard from where he from? He from St. Louis, but you know what I'm saying? He go to
Coming out of Jennings, representing for them St. Bonnie's.
Bonaventure.
Can we get him? Can we get him on the line?
Can we get him
Can,
on
can,
the
can we get
line?
him? Can we get him? Can we be him?
What's going on with your brother?
That nigga picked up, son.
Oh, nothing much. Welcome to the live on the RiverBend show.
Live on
It's me,
the RiverBend.
Mr. Marvier Lawrence. We got Beans
sir.
Franklin, and we got my main man, Kerri McFadden,
What up,
a.k.a.
C-Stock?
Kerri the Barber.
Kirby.
Appreciate y'all for having me, man.
Yeah. You know, just want to ask you a few quick
Appreciate
questions
you
on the
answering
show.
phone, my brother.
Yeah, first off, I want to ask you about your the 11-3 season so far. I see the Bonnies out there playing some hellified D.
Balling
You
out.
know, you got a couple of guys that's balling. How y'all feeling about that? Like, what's the atmosphere on campus right now?
I mean, yeah, we up to a hot start right now. We playing some good basketball, but I think we got a lot of more adjustments and a lot more improvement to make because it's still early, and you know we need to get a little bit more momentum going in the March. But I think we'll be straight. We dropped one of Dayton, but I think we'll get back on track this Saturday and going forward.
Yeah, that was a tough game. But
Practice.
things happen. This is a long season.
Gotta get that momentum back.
Right. I know you're coming back from 2 major injuries, had you sitting out all year, but now you're in there balling. They calling you the X Factor. How's that feeling?
I mean, like, I kind of coming into this season, if I knew if I was going to be healthy, I pretty much knew what my role was going to be.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Ball out.
That was just going to be to give Jay and Matt like a little extra boost if they were struggling or if the defense was keying in. You know what I'm saying? But as far as being the X Factor, I don't really look at it like that. I'm just out there playing my game.
I know that's right. Okay,
Gotta stay healthy. Gotta stay healthy.
Just likes to keep it humble.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Just trying to stay healthy.
Now,
I mean,
you
so how does it feel to finally be healthy and to be out there just balling out finally?
On a hot start.
I mean, it's good. You know what I'm saying? Like sitting out there 2 years, it was painful and it was real stressful because I ain't really never had to sit out like that. So it was a more of a learning experience for me. So sitting out, but I also learned a lot more about the game from a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Watching it from the sidelines, seeing a lot of stuff that I wouldn't normally see playing the game. So that kind of helped a lot with the transition coming back too.
I like that. Now, you playing with two guys and Matt Mobley and Jalen Adams, and they just explosive. You know what's it like playing with two guys that can just get their shots off at any time? Both of them can go for 30 at any moment. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's fun watching them guys do what they do. You know what I'm saying? And anytime I can help them out, that make it even more fun. When we all clicking on our cylinders, it really shows how good our team can be and how good those two are too. And they certified pros. It's just not official yet, but anytime you can get a pro's perspective and watch them do what they do, watch them go to work, it's always fun. And that's what they've been doing pretty much all season. That's what we're gonna need to do if we're gonna get to the dance.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. You just got to get in there, and then it's one game at a time.
I just got one question before he gets you another question. How popular do you gotta be for somebody to steal your jersey? That's all I'm saying. That's all I've been thinking since I knew about the interview.
Man, hey, I'd rather have somebody else jersey get stolen, man. I don't like wearing that number 30.
They ain't even got you. They just can't even they can't even iron the name on real quick or nothing.
Get to Walmart. Go to Walmart.
Just got you out there. Who was that? Just 30. It's 30. Just get him in there.
Man. So I think it was just I think they just took whatever the first jersey they saw, man. I don't think it really had nothing to do with it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, now, you playing up there in Buffalo, being from St. Louis, the St. Louis area. And then I know you was, you had a couple of looks going on, guys, wanted you to go to here, go to there. What made you want to go up to upstate New York and get it going?
I kind of, since this was like the highest conference that recruiting, I wanted to kind of, go as high as possible to kind of gauge myself where I was. You know what I'm saying? Like, see how good I really was. See if I could play with with the big guys. And I knew I could, but it was more just me wanting to get away from home. You know what I'm saying? Try to avoid all distractions that come with that. So that's kind of why I chose to go so far, and kind of why I chose the school, just because of the conference. And when I went on my visit, I knew we could do something special. So that's kind of why I picked this place.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, y'all looking real good,
I was
man.
selfish. It look like y'all doing something special too.
Right.
I love to watch it. Y'all out there clicking. Y'all looking real tight. I likes it. Well, man, I know you got practice going on, but y'all got the game coming up against St. Joe's this week, right?
So what's practice like this week? Like, how's practice been?
How's practice been?
Yeah, how's practice been all week? Like, has it been like more intense, like since the loss, or has it been just more focused?
Nah, not really. We ain't been since it's been like a long road trip or whatever. We've been kind of toning it down in practice, but we've been really watching film, trying to make those adjustments and trying to bounce back from that loss.
All right. Well, shoot, I know you got practice going on this week. I mean, probably here in a little bit, so we're going to let you go, Courtney Stockard. And
Yeah, man,
we'll
appreciate
be
you coming through,
watching them bonnets
Congrats on
tomorrow.
the season. We shall be
What
checking
time is
you
that
out.
game, player?
Appreciate it. Tune in Saturday too. We on ESPNU at 7:30.
At 7:30. All right, everybody tune in, watch them
Everybody tune
bonnies.
into that shit, man.
To the local guys out
All
here,
right.
you know what I'm saying?
Before
Good
you
luck
go,
to you.
give
Representing
a
them
little
bonnies.
shout out before you go.
Say it again.
Say give the people a little shout out before you go.
Man, shout out to all the folks back home. Shout out to mom and pops, you know what I mean? Shout out to everybody tuning in, showing support.
All right.
All right,
Appreciate
congrats on
you.
your season, bro. Stay healthy.
Good luck.
Appreciate it.
That was Courtney Stockard.
The Bonnies.
That was it right there. Courtney Stockard, that was a shooting guard slash forward for the
When he say they
for
play,
the 11-3 Bonnies out there at Atlantic 10.
We
Saturday.
should have called that
Saturday.
segment
That's
Balling
7.
Out with C-Stock
At 7.
on
ESPN 3.
ESPN.
If you got the app on your Xbox or your PlayStation or your phone, you can watch it on there. Tune in to them.
He the only nigga without a name.
Courtney Stockard. That was a good interview.
Courtney Stockard.
All right, now
What's up, man?
to switch gears just a little bit. We got my man,
We should have my man's on the drums back there.
President Twitter.
Right.
El Presidente.
President Twitter fingers.
El Presidente.
You talk about trumpet.
This,
Trumpito.
first of all,
Trumpito.
I always call it I swear I'm gonna have a game show called "What If Obama Would Have Did It."
Man.
So
Damn.
Trump comes out New Year's tweeting about
Tweet story.
Kim Jong saying that he got his button on his desk.
Hold on.
I'm just gonna let y'all know.
Hold on. Okay, yeah, that was my breaking news. Eric Fairfax just hit your boy back
Word.
right now and said he accept the request
Oh.
for
Damn.
Facebook Live
Boom.
to get on here.
Oh, that's gonna be nice. I want to tune in for that.
Next week's show, check it out.
Fairfax, we got him next week.
Set that up, man. That's crazy, though.
He gonna kick the some kind of I don't know knowledge, but he gonna come with it though.
Yeah.
He gonna do something. Cause I'm gonna be ready.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I got bars.
You back to regular schedule.
But back to the regular schedule.
Damn.
Your man Trump though, out here tweeting crazy,
Twitter storm.
talking about his button big. But guess what though?
My
Guess
button
what though? Nigga, my button bigger and it's
And
shiny.
it works.
And it
It's
works.
so and it works.
And it works.
And it works.
Do Kim Jong-un got kids?
Now if
No, he is the
he
kid.
got
no.
no kid.
He is the kid.
That's what I said.
No,
He
he's
got, I
a
know
kid.
he got like what 27.
yeah, something like
That's
that.
what I said. He got no
25, I
So,
think.
so his
He's a
button
kid.
don't work. He ain't got no
I
kids.
don't know when the nigga birthday is.
He got no kids.
Because you know
Yeah.
they
I
swore,
don't know
they
when his
swore
birthday
fights
is.
and stuff.
Hey, so
You stupid.
So if I don't know if the women know, but any guys who read that tweet was just like,
They
so
know
you
what that-
basically
they know what that
saying
meant.
my dick is bigger than yours.
60% of women should know what
Y'all,
that
this
means.
is our
They
president.
know what that
I
means.
think that
anybody happen-
everybody that with a conscience knew what that meant.
Did
They should know
anybody
what that
happen to
means.
catch
No, wait.
the picture?
With the Rockets.
With the Rockets. I mean, come on.
Tell
That's
you.
So
exactly
that's
what
what
it
it
is.
is. That's why I said they
Exactly
sword
what's going
fighting.
on.
Like, and it's crazy because this is our president, and this motherfucker is basically tweeting, my dick is bigger than yours.
Basically.
I don't got a problem with
He's basically
tweeting because I understand that,
And what the cra- and what
times
the-
change.
hold on, though, but what the
shit.
crazy
We young-
thing
we
is,
younger. We
he
ain't-
probably on the blue pill. And
What he
Kim
said-
Jong-
what he said
He's
was
70 years old.
what he said
He's
was
70.
Kim Jong Un only 22.
What he said was,
Hey, he
my
said it's-
button's bigger.
That's
That's what he said.
Hey,
but
but
he's
that's
probably
the type
gonna
of
press.
person who
He's
say
probably
shit
gonna
like that.
press that button with some tiny hands.
Terrible.
But that's a whole
Twitter
another
Terrible.
thing.
They
But
don't
look,
want to admit to that.
It's
though.
just crazy because, like I said, I don't have a problem with the president tweeting because I understand the times that
Yeah,
we
the day
live
and
in.
age.
and
But I
everything,
do.
you know?
I got a problem with
But
it.
I got a problem.
No, you
with
got
it.
a problem.
I just got a
I got a
have
problem.
But
an
I
issue.
understand it.
No, I just have an issue with what he
what he
tweets.
tweets. Yeah, it's what he tweets.
It's not
I got a
that he's
problem.
tweeting.
Yes, okay, I
got a
can
problem.
agree with
I
that.
got a
I don't got a
problem
problem
with
with
that.
all of that shit.
I just had a problem with what
All
he
I think
tweets.
he should have a PR or something like.
He shouldn't
He
be
does.
having to do
No,
this
I know
shit.
what I'm
That's the
saying. That's
thing,
who.
man.
That's who should make the tweet.
Obama tweeted.
Because he
Yeah,
chose to
Obama
be the
tweeted.
first one to do this shit. though.
Exactly because the times that we're in. And
Yeah, that was new.
I mean,
And
yeah,
every-
you should.
every
you
president-
should, you
this
should
nigga
tweet
ain't gotta
something
do that
proud,
shit.
and you should tweet something to bring
This
the
nigga ain't
American
gotta do
people
that
and
shit,
people
man.
together.
But none of
you
his
tweeting
tweets-
off, you
he's doing
tweeting
it-
like you a regular
Hold on,
guy.
hold on, real shit, though.
None of his tweets were ever controversial.
Yeah.
Look, real shit though.
You're not a regular guy.
This man has a whole fucking press team. He got a bitch to come out to tell the shit that's supposed to be told.
But she
Right.
don't.
What do you need the Twitter for?
She go out and spin the shit that he called.
Because that's the whole point. That's
And I be
the
trying to
that's
watch
the
the
problem
press.
with everything, man.
I be trying to watch the press briefings, but I don't know who she be
I don't
looking
even
at.
watch that shit.
She keep moving like
Why,
this. I don't know
man?
if she
She
gonna
looking
turn
like
into
that
like
shit.
some
Well, she
like
does-
I don't know if
she
she gonna
does
turn to
this.
like some
Why-
Jello or
why is
something.
there a press
Say
briefing?
some Jello.
Speaking of press briefing, did you see the shit where he had the video on in the press briefing?
What? Oh,
And he was in the
Oh,
building.
man.
bro,
They said he was in his office.
bro, and it was hitting different. Like, oh my god.
He's watching Breitbart.
Come on, man. This is sad. That's some straight
That boy was in
Star
Trump
Wars,
Tower. Was like, yes.
Wizard of Oz shit, man.
I'm in the
and
Then
then
let's
video.
also talk about
Let's talk
so
about the
that
Steve
ain't-
Bannon book. 'Cause
so
Steve Bannon
let's,
about
so let's talk about this book.
Steve Bannon's about
Fire
to release his
and
book.
Fury.
Yeah, he's about to release his book.
This book fired.
shit is
Who Trump
hilarious.
was just like, you better not release that book.
Oh, he's
This
like,
is
oh, I'm releasing it
You better
early.
not come out with that book.
He's like,
He
I'm
put a
releasing it
cease-
early.
he put a cease and desist on it.
It's
The
a
name- the name of
it's a
it
book
just make
by
it sound
it's a
like
book
that.
by a writer Michael Wolff.
Yeah, Michael
Mhm.
Wolff.
And you know Trump's in true Trump fashion. Now he's saying even though that this dude had access,
For over a year.
now
For over a
in,
year.
in true Trump fashion, he's saying he never had access. He tried for it many times to get interviews. It was denied.
Mm-hmm.
Denied.
It was fake news.
And if you want to check his track record, that's what he always says. Check his track record.
How you
Now he got everybody. Now it's a bestseller.
how you tell us to check the track record of a nigga you let in
Of
the
course, it's gonna say it's finna sell
Come
before
on,
we
man.
know
Tell
it.
this shit is stupid.
And I listen,
Everything
y'all.
is
Just think
retarded,
about the
man.
irony of this. He says he picks the best people. Okay,
He said all that shit.
He's the
Oh, he
king
always-
veteran.
he always
He's the
does that.
veteran chief.
Mhm.
But everyone around him
He always says that.
seriously fall. Like,
pick the best-
How come no one
The best
puts
and
that
brightest.
together?
He
best
peeling
and brightest.
everybody off peel
That's
by
what it is.
peel, man.
I picked the
You ain't
best and
important.
brightest.
If you ain't important, you ain't shit. You know,
People
especially
never-
when you leave Omarosa, Steve Bannon,
Mhm.
everybody. They,
And did you hear the shit
they
Omarosa was doing?
what shit? The new shit?
No, the shit they said she was doing in the White House, like was just doing the extra shit.
Oh, I was trying to get the pictures and all, trying to.
And was just doing extra shit. They said she was like, she would wear different shoes to meetings. So she just had. They just said she just had shoes all over the West Wing.
Shoes
Just
all
everywhere.
over
that's
the White
ratchet.
House.
That's ratchet as a
Just
motherfucker.
extra
man.
shit. I bet you she had
That's
weave in the
ratchet.
bathroom.
See,
Like
you gotta,
just
see, that's the thing. though.
extra Omarosa.
You gotta call that for what it is. It don't matter who it is doing that shit, man. It don't matter if that's the fucking president himself. That shit ratchet, man. That shit ain't right, man. That shit wrong. It's fucked up, man.
It is.
Yeah.
And now look, let's talk about this book though. So in the book, it said that Trump and his wife was sleeping in separate rooms
Of course.
because she was pissed off that he was even getting elected. And people was talking to her because she crying and he fucking running around like pissed the
Like,
fuck
why you
off.
mad, bitch?
Mhm.
They said he run around pouting and then they was talking about how he had a 6:30 bedtime.
What?
The nigga
But
70.
he's 70.
But no, you have to know Trump.
Shit, nigga,
Trump
I be tired at
Trump
10
says
sometimes.
he needs little sleep and he doesn't sleep at all and he be up.
What
And-
up,
but it is true that nigga be up at 3:00 in the morning because nigga be tweeting.
Yeah, he be tweeting shit.
So he be up.
Did you hear the shit?
Live
when
on the
hold
RiverBend.
Hold on. Did you hear the shit? I can't even hold
Check
the
out
shit
my
in.
Facebook.
So-
So on here too.
Did you hold on? Did you hear the shit where he was talking about he eat McDonald's because he don't want to be poisoned?
Now check this out.
Man.
They say no. Check this out. Hold on.
This is our president, man.
Hold on.
This is hilarious, man.
They say that the man
That's fucked up.
they say that the man was locked himself in a room, locked the Secret Service and his wife and everyone out, and binged ate cheeseburgers from McDonald's while watching 3 televisions. Yo,
This nigga crazy.
the man
So
was
he was-
wild and G.
This nigga
So,
nuts, man.
like
That's our president, right?
the president was straight tripping. G,
That's our
like.
president, man.
And then they
That
went
shit is
and he was
hilarious.
probably,
Like I'm like, if
they
I,
wanna
mean,
put
I don't know if this
a-
is true.
It was
This is
craving
allegedly.
McDonald's, nigga.
Mind you, y'all, this is allegedly.
and they went up.
This is all allegedly.
It was
but
craving
The
McDonald's.
DOJ want to start cracking down on weed.
I'm just saying.
He wasn't high.
Oh, man.
Listen,
How
seriously.
That
Just
boy was
how
on
something.
he was on that
I know it's
cocaine.
alleged, but what's
Alleged.
fucked up is that he wants this book stopped so bad. Like if it was me,
Suing him.
Right.
If it was me, like y'all know how it is.
Mhm.
Motherfuckers saying this fake shit about the most I do is go like smack you. But other than that, you know what I'm
Said
saying?
that's the furthest.
You know, I ain't gonna be like because once you take it to that length, everyone knows you can be like, well, why you? I mean,
Right.
what's up?
I mean,
You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah, I mean that's the whole matter of it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know how the hood be. Like so, like if you know you get disrespected by
That's the response
Say
to
about
a
you
gay
get
dude.
disrespected by a gay dude, right? Say you get that disrespected by a gay dude. So you and the gay dude about to fight, and y'all in the middle of the street fighting. Niggas roll up and see you and this gay dude fight. They instantly gonna be like, "What they fighting for?
Yeah.
What they into it for? Like, oh
Why they
yeah, because there's no way that y'all just had just a legitimate beef.
Got to be a story behind this.
Yeah,
Got to be.
so.
You gotta tell me what's going on.
But also, the boy Steve Bannon, now he got funky with it with the interview. You know what I'm saying? He talking about Don Jr. is screwed. He said that this whole Mueller thing is about money laundering to the Russians.
Yep.
He said that's what it's all about.
Said he came to the room because the Russians told him that he has some.
No. He says they're gonna crack
news on Hillary
John.
Clinton.
He said they're gonna crack Don Jr. like an egg live
Yeah.
on TV. Is what Bannon said.
But
End quote.
I
End
mean,
quote.
that's
Like-
this is what Bannon is saying for one. For two, he said a lot of shit, but he ain't denied none of this shit. He done came out talking the same shit like this book never came out.
He ain't
But he ain't denied.
He
or
ain't
nothing.
denied nothing in the book. He's
No,
saying, I
but
mean,
he
no,
denied
me,
nothing.
he like me and
Like,
Trump
he
still
done
cool,
took-
but it is what it
Yeah.
is.
He said me and Trump is still cool.
Me and
bro.
Trump still cool, but
Trump
no,
said this nigga lost
that
his
motherfucker
mind.
was
See,
tripping.
Trump ain't said. that's
Trump
what I'm
said he
saying.
lost his
But people ain't-
mind,
but people
man.
ain't-
And then did you hear how Trump said when they was like, Donald Trump, what do you think about Steve? Do you still talk? Or what do you think
Yeah,
about Steve
Donald
Bannon?
Trump wasn't
And he
even
said,
tripping.
did you hear his comments last night? He called me a great guy.
Right.
He said
Yeah.
he changed his tone
I
real
was
quick. I'm
just
like,
about to-
That shit
I was
creepy,
just about
man.
to say that. I was like, Donald Trump
creepy.
wasn't even
he
tripping.
said, AKA, keep that same energy, Steve Bannon.
Niggas get fatigued.
Keep that same
nowadays.
energy.
Niggas get fatigued, man. They
Yeah.
get tired,
He's like
man.
basically, I'm about to start letting.
So you saying
that's
Trump
crazy.
trying to punk him?
No, Steve Bannon want to be a president.
I don't know what it is, but
Hey, but
it's
look,
weird.
Steve Bannon called the Trump Tower meeting, in quotes,
Mm-hmm.
treason,
Yeah,
he called it
yeah.
treason.
unpatriotic.
With the
But that's
Russians?
that shit, man. That
With
shit.
Jared
is-
Kushner
that
and
shit
Donald
is-
Trump
He
Jr.
says,
This shit isn't right in the wall, man.
listen. He says,
They had-
he says there were no senior guys. He said there were 3 senior guys in the campaign that thought it was a good idea to meet with foreign government inside Trump Tower in the conference room on the 25th floor with no lawyers. He says there were no lawyers.
No, it was all
He basically
campaign.
like, man, they was tripping.
Right.
They was up there smoking, snoting, and talking.
Shit, they're just talking that good game,
Talking that
man.
New
Shit,
World
just-
Order.
Just a quick meeting.
You know what I'm
That's all it
saying?
was.
It's Steve
talking
Bannon.
that-
It's Steve Bannon. But what's crazy, check this out. Steve Bannon says, they asked him, like, well, what do you think about the meeting? He said, I would still had the meeting. He said, I just did it somewhere else. And he says, and none of y'all would have knew.
Yeah.
Right.
He said, because you don't need to know. That's exactly what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what they feel like, though.
Mm.
I feel like
But I'd have told you the
And guess
truth
what?
in a different
now,
way.
but guess
That's
what Donald
he's
Trump did? In true Donald Trump fashion, guess what he's saying now? Steve Bannon had nothing to do with my campaign.
Yeah.
He was not a big deal. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro.
You serious?
I mean,
Steve Bannon.
You serious?
like
Because
I
why did
said,
his
bro.
name even come up in the first place
Listen,
whenever you were being
listen.
He had
when
him
you
on
were
the
running
national
for
I'm dead for
president?
real.
Council.
Like
You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying. Ivanka Trump could get caught up in some shit
Mhm.
and snitch. And he would instantly say, Ivanka's not my daughter. I really didn't have her. She was
Right.
actually, she
Treated
never
like
really
that.
lived
Jared
with
was
me.
acting on his own marriage.
Treated like the other guy.
I don't even know Jared
I don't
Kushner.
even know-
He was
right.
never in the White House. Like, but I don't, like,
White
the
privilege, man.
OG in me, like, thinks that shit's kind of cool. You know what I'm saying?
That's not
Bro.
white privilege,
Like,
though.
like,
You know
damn,
what's
that
so
shit-
funny about it?
And niggas
You
just
know
telling
what's so funny about it, bro? Is it ain't to me, it ain't even white privilege. It's like
white.
this thing that I don't understand that people that voted for him just don't see. And I don't know what they thought was
I mean,
gonna
people say they
happen.
voted for him just for the change of.
Right, but I don't understand
truth.
like why those people thought that any kind of change was going to happen. Like, I'm not going to say that Hillary Clinton was even any better. I'm not going to act like the Democrats didn't fuck up. I'm just saying, like, what made people think that Donald Trump wasn't going to get in here and be on some me type shit?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
he's
saying?
pushing his
Like,
own agenda.
Did y'all not watch The Apprentice?
No.
I'm just saying.
I don't.
No, I watched it, though. That shit was
I
funny.
No, I'm
don't, because
just
I don't
saying,
watch
though.
reality.
Because I
Nothing
watch-
against Donald Trump.
I
I
just
just don't
watch
watch
everything.
reality shows.
I watch
No,
everything, though.
no,
That's
no.
the thing.
You know
Shit
what I'm
No,
retarded, man.
it's not that. It's the fact that who was Donald Trump before he was president? Was he a good guy or was he a dickhead or an asshole? What did you view him as?
Exactly. Well,
And so then you vote. So then you're like, well,
But who was Hillary?
You know what? It's not that. The fact
boy
that
Barney.
It was
the fact that he was
That's the problem.
running.
That's the problem.
That's
You
it
know
was
what I'm saying? The fact that
Hillary.
he was running.
It was Hillary or Donald Trump. Choose.
Hillary been there, done that.
No.
We already know we're going to get out of Hillary. Mass incarceration, all that good shit. You know what I'm saying?
So
and what we're gonna get out of Donald?
That's what I'm saying.
We're gonna get something new.
That's almost like
we don't know about.
It's almost like a sociopathic tendency.
Stupid enough to
You know what I'm saying? Like, he just went up like, you know what?
There's dumb enough to believe it though. But you ain't getting nothing new.
You ain't getting nothing new.
We want somebody to go in here. They was like, we want somebody to go in here and shake up the system.
We're gonna tell you the truth.
That's
what they was
fuck up some shit for real though.
Man, so let's talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He got this Keebler Elf ass motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeff Sessions. Mm-hmm. Out here talking.
Yeah.
After the day after they legalized pot.
Right.
California.
The day after California legalizes recreational, he's like, this is just getting out of hand. So he's like, the feds are about to enforce
raiding.
That's the
the
answer.
federal weed law.
And that's some bullshit.
Which is now the reason why I think this is crazy, because I argue with a lot of my conservative friends on Facebook who always tell me that they don't want what they always tell me is that they don't want the government in shit. They don't want the government. They want the states to be able to decide, you know, like with the state parks
the firearms and all that shit.
Right.
Exactly.
But all of a sudden, y'all cool with the government coming in dictating some shit that states voted for and said that they wanted.
Right.
So how do you want this?
Fuck states' rights.
So how do you want this?
You know why they don't want to? Because guess what? That slows down all the federally funded programs.
It stops a narrative. No, wait. It also stops a narrative because on Fox News, they literally are still saying, well, where does these legalized weed states still are guns are coming through and illegal cartels and I'm just like,
but that's propaganda.
No, it's propaganda because it's been proven that it goes down. And in them states, look at those states in opiate use. Mm-hmm. States where marijuana is legal and opiate use. And then let's not even talk about let's not even talk about how alcohol is still number one in
murder rate
in deaths. You know what I'm saying? In weed, can you name somebody?
Right.
Can you Google a motherfucker who done died?
Well, I can tell you, I got so high, I went to sleep.
Yeah, I mean,
I was tired, nigga.
You know.
I'm tired.
But I'll be the first to try. I'll be the first to try about
man, but like,
and that's what's crazy. If motherfucker told you like, man, I heard Tony died about this second. Nigga, like, where?
Where?
That's what had it. It was just
that's what they.
It was just weed.
We determined that rhyme.
It was just weed. You sure?
Well, that goes back into our point. Like the people
smoke it.
That goes back into our point. Like the people that say they voted for him say that, like he just said, they wanted these things to make sure that because they felt that Obama wasn't letting the states do the state shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So then this administration comes in and literally starts dismantling everything that worked. Like literally everything that worked.
And don't put Obama's name on it, man.
And most states
put Obama's name on it. They
no,
like
not
to even
wait. Not to even talk about that at the end of the day. Not to even talk about that at the end of the day. The drug laws are kind of racist as shit.
Man, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying?
The whole reason why marijuana is illegal.
At the beginning of the day.
At the whole reason why marijuana is illegal was this some racist shit.
Hey, yeah, what they say? Reefer Madness shit be like, make black men rape white women and shit.
No, bro.
It just started as a smear campaign against the lumber industry and shit for the lumber industry.
DuPont.
So then look
some shit up about that, y'all.
Yeah, so then
how DuPont
it's so much
didn't want hemp.
Yeah, didn't want hemp to basically. Anyway, it happened because of that.
Also, too, about
how they basically
that would have been Mexico's main export
behind it.
I think it was like in the 20s or the 30s or some stupid shit.
That'll put us.
They want Mexico to ball
because they would have been balling off of all that anyway.
At that time, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
but listen,
and look up Alec.
Man, get Fairfax up here, man.
Look up the Alec Corporation.
This nigga, man, somebody got to defend this bullshit, man.
Somebody got to defend this bullshit,
man.
It is.
Ain't nobody gonna believe in this shit. Don't nobody.
We got him next week though. We get answers.
That shit is. We
get answers.
Because if y'all think about how prison numbers have started to go down,
that's bad for
in states where
Jeff Sessions.
And what's crazy is people don't understand how much money prison costs you, the taxpayer. I thought y'all wanted to keep y'all money.
And you know, only reason it's going down is because the people trying to get in the office, you know what I'm saying, wanted to go down.
Everybody out there.
That's what they're using.
Everybody out there.
They're using so much to get in.
To get as a petty crime.
Oh, now crime on drugs, war on drugs, the war on, you know what I'm saying? So
everybody think about this.
Now we're going to crack down on crime.
Think about this.
Now they like, we've been too harsh.
A non-violent drug offender. This is a dude, say he works all week.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He gets on the weekend, he just wants to kick it and do drugs. He made a conscious decision It's not like on the movies where some dude's pedaling on the block and got you hooked somehow. You know how they do. He got a hoodie on.
They try to tell you the worst story ever.
Yeah.
You know like, this is
so he made a conscious decision that he wanted to do this, right? He gets caught with these drugs. He goes to jail and say he catches a felony because he's in one of these states that have zero tolerance. He catches a felony. Now he has to do 3 years minimum in state penitentiary that you pay taxes on.
Depends on what type of felony.
That you pay taxes on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All because he just wanted to get high.
And then if you're in Illinois,
wasn't harming nobody.
And then if you're in Illinois, you paying taxes on a privatized prison.
All because he wanted to probably just go home,
even a state-ran prison.
read a book, and smoke a little bit of weed.
So they do what the fuck they
They
want.
do what the fuck they want to do.
Like, straight up.
It's a private-ran prison.
I know motherfuckers in Oklahoma that have gotten jammed up over quarter bags of weed. I'm talking about time.
Yeah.
I'm like what?
Like, I was just looking. And
then it's crazy because Jeff Sessions, there's a heroin epidemic right now.
Right.
Motherfuckers is dying.
And especially in Alabama. Did you look up this?
Fentanyl shit is bad.
Motherfuckers is dying and you want to spend resources?
That shit here.
That shit everywhere.
That shit is at Walmart, man. That shit is motherfuckers is in Walmart parking lot.
Could you imagine DeFe's just kicked in the door at Walgreens?
That shit nuts.
Get on the ground. Give me all the fentanyl.
Right, you know.
Got to shove them up. They never in their life do that.
All
shit.
the oxy. Give me everything.
Give me everything. Give me all the
The
noodles.
narcos, everything. All of it. Get it off the streets.
Oh my God.
That shit retarded,
This
man.
shit is crazy.
How much
And
money
then they asked Trump about it.
money they lose?
Man,
They asked Trump about it. What?
That's way above
And
Jeff's
so
head.
then this is another crazy thing, y'all, that they're sitting there talking about, well, that's my lighter, by the way.
No, that's my life.
That's mine.
Fuck you.
He stole it. My girl bought me this Bulls lighter. Thank you, boo.
Yeah, I might have to buy that from you or something.
I already stole it.
But so you got these dudes out here messing with these fucking laws because Obama did
Alec,
it.
I told you go check out Alec, man.
Because Obama did it.
That shit was deep.
And anything Obama, like I'm trying to tell you, Obama could have brought back
Walmart,
Jesus.
everybody.
And they'd have been
in
like,
that
Put
yo,
that
fuck that
nigga
shit.
back down.
That
They'd be
motherfucker-
like,
that
get him out of
shit
here. We're doing away with Jesus.
Alex
It was a bad idea. It was a bad deal for everyone.
Fucking with the
We're going
Romans.
with the new savior,
Telling
one
you.
better, bigger, brighter. It's gonna be good for everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Donald Trump was in
get
Alec.
the fuck out of here.
Man. Fuck is that?
All that. Check him out. ALEC. They make laws. They make the laws and get the laws to people and the senators and all of that, and they push the law like it's
lobbyist
there.
type shit.
It's a
Man.
group.
Yo.
It's a government ran and a
I
business
just seen something
merger
about this
corporation that come together, have their own secret votes, and they vote on fucking laws, and then they take. I guess I don't know how to.
But that's the
I don't know how
problem.
the fuck they pick.
It's lobbyists.
Look.
It's
No,
lobbyists.
it's not. It's
No, it is.
business.
It is.
It's like
it is.
Walmart.
No, it
No,
is.
that's-
That's
look
what
this shit
they
up.
are. That's what they are.
Yeah,
They're lobbyists. That's
okay.
the
Like,
thing.
lobbyists.
Isn't it supposed to be
Anybody
illegal?
that go to
That's what I'm
Congress and
saying.
be like, push this bill is a
Right.
lobbyist.
Yeah, but they got a
That's
whole
another thing.
group.
Isn't
though,
lobbyists-
No,
least
I know.
illegal?
It's a secret group of lobbyists.
They
That's what I'm
come. It
saying.
ain't even secret. That shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Public.
Motherfuckers don't know who they is. This is the thing. I'm
It's
saying.
all types of corporations
Look,
in that shit.
That's what I'm saying. The motherfuckers who they pushing on is the motherfuckers who making the laws.
Exactly.
You gotta get these
That's why they.
weak-ass-
That's why they go in
all
there and
these
make
weak-ass-
propose a
all
law.
these- all
They
these-
vote on it. Then they like, oh, now we're gonna
all
bring
these
it to the
weak
people.
ass, cake ass niggas who in office.
And guess who gonna
and
push
who gonna
for
do some
it?
cake ass
Walmart.
shit. Get them out of office.
Guess
man.
who gonna push for it? The
Fuck
prison
Walmart,
system.
fuck all
Guess
that
who gonna
shit, man.
push for it? You know what I'm saying?
Man, fuck all them, man. That's the thing,
Fuck
man. We
all
the
them,
voters.
son.
The motherfuckers that's
Fuck
gonna,
all
that's
dead
gonna
ass,
make out of
man.
it.
Supposed to be the voters. That's
Yeah, we the
thing.
voters, but when you got the media that's you know what I'm saying,
it
pushing
ain't-
you one
you
way,
gotta-
you
like
serve-
the same way. Look how you know what I'm
Hey,
saying, like how they must,
serve-
you know what I'm saying,
Serve multiple
demonstrate.
gods, you're
Gotta
gonna
vote
fail.
locally.
You're not going to get into heaven serving multiple gods, man. That's all I can say, man. If you serving multiple gods, then you already in hell, man. You're done. You can't be like, I'm Jewish, Christian, Muslim. You can't do that, man.
That's what America is.
I'm talking about as a person, man. You can't do that shit, man. Motherfuckers, melting pot. That's different. That's what America supposed to be. We supposed to all be different, you know what I'm saying,
Individuals.
ideals, cultures, civilizations that can coexist. You know what I'm saying? So a motherfucker could live over there and be who they are without imposing on you. But motherfuckers don't think like that. They think they got to impose on you and shit. They think they got to tell you how you supposed to
Of
live.
course, it's all about the money.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody that's chimed in and said,
Yeah, you
of course
know
it's all about their bread.
they gonna influence laws to whatever make
Man,
them
they,
sell more.
they got bread because you spending bread with them. That's the whole point, man. That's
Got
the
you.
thing, man.
If we
No
all
matter
have
who it is,
say if
you
we
don't
all
like
say
it,
we
allow
all
that to
citizens,
spending their money.
we
Allow
all
that
we
shit
all
to happen.
invested
Spending
in
money,
something.
bro.
You got motherfuckers Walmart
Listen.
and Kmart and everybody at the table. I'm just saying, gun companies and everybody at the table, and y'all make a vote what we gonna do? We gonna make this, you know what I'm saying?
But what
we gonna make this law, strike law.
That's what we need to do, black people. Black people. That's what we need to do.
But this,
everybody need to take their tax money and all throw in, and we get our own fucking lobbyists. Because that's the only thing these motherfuckers understand is money.
Real shit.
Money.
Real shit.
Real shit.
And speaking of tax money, what about taxes? No.
You know what?
Taxes coming up, dog.
You stupid.
I don't
Taxes coming up, dog. Get your taxes right, dog.
I don't understand.
Get them taxes.
I don't understand why black
taxes
people
right,
be mad at black people
Have a sponsor soon.
because of
I'm
taxes.
telling you.
You know what I'm saying?
Tax money.
Hey, but why
It's
motherfuckers
gonna
be
buy
mad at
you
you?
what you want.
Why motherfuckers be mad at you because you about to go buy a new car and some money?
I don't even
and get all the
care.
kids fresh.
Let me get some tax money.
Why
It's
are
your
you
money.
mad?
It's my money.
It's your money.
I paid into it all year.
like
I
the
want
black
it
women,
back.
man.
It's my money, and
It's
I
your
want it
money.
now.
People said they ain't going to Black Panther, man. It's like that shit.
Time out.
Oh man. Oh.
Black women. Sisters.
That shit is
sisters.
fucked up.
My
You
woke
wanna talk about the
sisters.
sisters for a second?
My woke sisters. Let me
wrong
ask y'all a
with you?
question. Let me ask y'all a question. If y'all can tell me, the ones that talk about they ain't going to Black Panther without Googling shit, don't you Google shit? If you Google shit, don't even jump on it.
Nigga, Google right now. They said,
Where the
okay,
fuck is
Google.
Black Panther
As soon as
from?
you said don't
Where
Google.
is
If you know where Black Panther from, then you can fucking
They probably
boycott
think,
the movie.
They probably think he from where the rest
Don't
of the
even
Marvel's
Google it.
from.
Yeah, 20 seconds.
What's his
No,
sister's
not even
name?
20 seconds.
No,
Yeah,
you can't
What's
even
his sister's
Google it.
seconds.
Fuck Google it, man. If you don't know it, don't say it.
Don't say
Done,
shit.
man.
You gonna boycott the movie?
Irrelevant.
Because you wasn't going
Irrelevant.
anyway.
So first of
Wasn't
all,
going
what
anyway.
country is he
Unless
from?
a nigga took you, wasn't going anyway.
Matter of fact,
You thought it was a
outta here, man.
concert. Keep it real.
Any ladies right now watching, just go ahead and say
They thought
where he came
she
from.
really thought it was a resurgence. We ain't going
my
to that
shit
Black
just
Panther
died,
party. Fuck no.
On everything, man.
Straight up.
We independent.
I want to know a black woman right now who know where Black Panther from.
Right now.
Straight up.
They going
It's
to
from the
fucking show.
1960s.
Nobody.
That shit don't make no sense,
Nobody.
man.
Nobody.
They go.
On everything. Immediately they gonna think that.
They gonna
Immediately
think
they
you
gonna think some Huey New. Come on, man.
But now they
Get
outta here,
boycotting
man.
the shit.
Come on, man. I'm just saying.
Now
man.
they
That shit-
boycotting.
I'm going
How
to check
you-
out Black
how you-
Panther.
That's the whole shit. Like the NFL shit, motherfuckers
You-
boycott.
you-
They don't even fuck with it.
And the reason why they boycotting y'all
You
is
see
because
me there
Michael B.
jugging and
Jordan
finessing.
is dating some chick. Not he's dating some IG chick
Like an Instagram model.
who's fucking.
They
not
some-
dark skin.
Yeah.
She ain't dark.
Fuck outta
She
here.
ain't black.
She ain't
She ain't
Lupita.
black.
She's not Lupita Nyong'o.
And everybody mad at him.
Put my
Yes.
Italian out.
Yes.
Why is y'all mad?
fuck
Let him
outta
live
here.
his life.
Fuck out
Oh
of here.
man, motherfuckers done watch Hidden Colors
Fuck
and then listen
outta
to that
here,
Kendrick
man.
Lamar album. Now everybody goddamn woke.
They out here listening to Umar and shit.
All these motherfuckers now they talking about they vegans and shit.
Oh, hold on, though. I got a question on that. It's kind of old, but it ain't really. How did you like that Kendrick Lamar song with the Tom Brady commercial? That was very controversial.
we
to me.
did talk
I
about
didn't
that.
see that shit.
We ain't talking about that.
We did. We talked
ain't
about
talking
how
about
that. We talked
Tom
about-
Brady wasn't. Tom Brady just wasn't the dude for that commercial.
Man.
To use that.
You ain't see that loyalty commercial?
Tom Brady's the
What's that?
dude
That
for.
what commercial?
Use Draymond Green.
Tom Brady's the dude for the commercial.
They had the Kendrick
got the wrong
Lamar
song. They got the wrong
What's Tom Brady
song
commercial?
for
with Tom
You're
Brady.
supposed to use Draymond Green
Yeah.
though.
Oh, but make America great, Tom
Speaking of,
Brady
but yeah,
on the commercial. Yeah, Tom Brady, greatest quarterback ever. Yes.
wrong
Yes.
song.
Wrong song.
But to talk about Kendrick Lamar also doing big things. For one,
Producing the
shout out to the NCAA doing it for the culture.
Yeah, doing it for the culture.
Yeah.
Doing it for the
Go
culture.
Kendrick.
Getting Kendrick to
Go
do the
Kendrick.
halftime. You know it's gonna be black as shit.
Oh, then
you know
he's
going
producing
into
the,
it, they knew. They
him
heard
and,
his lyrics. It's been
and-
discussed on Fox.
Him and Top Dog are
Laura
producing the Black Panther
Ingram
album.
said that she bought his album, which she called.
Who said
No,
that?
Laura
Who said
Ingram
that?
said.
Laura Ingram?
Laura
She might say
Ingram said she bought the Kendrick Lamar album. She said she listened to Kendrick Lamar's Loyalty album,
Oh,
even though the album's called Damn. But that's a whole nother.
That's the only song
Anyway.
she heard.
I'm about to say, yeah,
Anyway.
she's tripping,
That
man.
sound
That's-
nice.
yeah, you
And
talking
it
about
had Tom
But,
Brady on the commercial.
But
tripping. Motherfuckers
the
tripping.
That's all she
NCAA
heard.
got Kendrick Lamar doing a halftime show at the game.
And
It's gonna be ooh.
And like I said,
Oh, he
him
might
and,
actually say fuck the police.
him and
Nigga.
Top Dog,
Oh,
him and Top
shit.
Dog producing the Black Panther
and they
soundtrack.
producing the
Yeah.
Black
Yeah.
Panther,
Yeah, I
bro.
seen that shit. That's what's up.
Bro, black people about to walk out that fucking man.
I'm telling you, with nigga,
It's gonna be like when Italians. It's gonna be like when Italians.
you ain't
Saw Rocky.
gonna say nigga when you walk out there. I'm
You feel
sorry,
me?
your brother.
It's gonna be like when Rocky came out back
brother,
in the day.
with you, Wakanda forever.
Right. Black people gonna start talking with like African accents and shit. Like, nigga, you
Shit
from
retarded, man.
nigga, you from Cincinnati? I know you.
No, I'm from Wakanda now.
Like you from uptown.
I went back to my roots.
Saw you at the park every day.
Nigga, I know your mama. She grew up with my mama.
She grew up in Wakanda.
Them people
You do
from
not
Mississippi.
know what you're talking
Nigga, your grandpa from Mississippi, just like mine. Shut the fuck up.
We all grew up in Wakanda.
That's also what I want to say too about the weed thing.
Whoa.
Still on that?
Well, the thing is, we don't know about.
What do we know about?
There's not a. Well, we know about. We know more about weed than the government does.
Of course.
Okay, you know why? Because it's only one place where they are allowed to test weed.
Where's that?
The University of Mississippi.
Oh,
What
yeah.
kind of shit is
I
that?
remember
Now,
that.
the reason why that's crazy, bro. We all
Because
think
the
about
dude-
this.
Because the dude.
Because when have you ever heard a motherfucker say they got fire weed from Mississippi
When? Tell me.
in the history of niggerisms?
Niggerisms. What?
Hey, bro, who got that cute man? My nigga down here in Mississippi.
Tell me where.
Got that dang-a-tang.
Anytime
Nigga, Jet
I'd
pulled
ever-
out the alligator.
Anytime
nigga.
I'd ever heard Mississippi deal with
Yo.
weed, that shit been brick.
Yo, it's
That
a
shit been
fact
brick,
that
man.
motherfuckers in Alabama, I don't know if they still do. Hit me up, Alabama peoples, let me know. I heard y'all call y'all weed wood, and y'all did it on the Dirty album.
Why you niggas think- why you-
Dude, that
Call that
sound
weed wood.
Is it good? Is that
Niggas
good?
That don't even sound.
He said, don't even sound right. That don't even sound good.
I don't know if they was because of
No,
backwoods
yeah,
or
I'm
what.
about to say niggas
But
be
they
smoking
was
in
called-
backwoods.
smoking on-
But they
smoking
just
on that
called
wood,
the
my
weed.
nigga.
I'm just saying.
Informing nigga. Informing
you gotta
nigga,
let me
because
know.
Backwoods thick.
Because if I be
Smoking
like,
on
man,
that
let's go
wood.
smoking. What you? Let's go
Got that
smoke that
wood.
wood.
Hold up, hold up.
Nah, you know what? I'm gonna wait.
Any of y'all tell me whenever
smoking on
have
that
you ever
wood.
rolled a blunt and then wanted to dip it in some motherfucking embalming fluid?
Never.
Man.
That's what niggas is doing these days. I seen a
They're
video.
doing in the South forever.
I
man.
seen a nigga
Do
with
what?
the video.
Do what?
Grab that shit in whatever they
Dude
can.
rapping and shit and dip that shit and
He
fry
did
it up. I
what?
was like, shut the fuck up.
From Memphis
Yeah,
down.
That's what niggas is
It's
doing now.
It's
From
called
Memphis
wet.
down.
No.
It's
called wet.
Hold up.
No.
They call
here-
hey.
They call it that wet.
This is what's
Here go-
wrong.
Called that
Here go-
butt naked.
That wet.
This is what's wrong with
where
some-
Young
this is what's
Dolph
wrong
say he
with
get his
cameras.
weed from.
See these things right here? This is what's
Where? I
wrong
don't
with
know.
them. This
Cali.
just gives people
Yeah, you
access
do.
to just, you know what?
Everybody.
I
I mean,
feel
you
like
should.
doing
Go to
the
Cali for the
stupidest shit
Jello.
possible.
Or
Because there's a
Canada.
camera
That's in
in
this
front
bar
of me.
somewhere.
I'm
Anywhere.
gonna
Somewhere.
dip this motherfucking
One of
blunt
his songs on
in
the
embalming
CD.
fluid.
Go to
Because
Cali
I've heard
for Jello.
cameras.
I've heard Gucci Man say it plenty of
Gelato.
times that he gets Reggie from Alabama.
That would.
Right, selling that shit.
He did. He said. Remember, he said he flipped from Reggie.
But you know, niggas in Illinois, we kind of bougie when it come to the weed.
I think
Are
it's
we?
Alton.
Are we?
It could be Alden.
Are we?
Wait,
Wait.
man.
Are we?
We definitely are. Cause
I don't know. I don't know. Because I know some cats that just be like, no.
You know, two of those, and then the other 50 cats, you know, like, man, how this shit look. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for the most part, motherfuckers in Alton be tripping.
They want to buy the bestest.
Motherfuckers ain't on be tripping, but everybody be tripping, man.
I think everybody be tripping because I went to Colorado and that was the first time I felt disrespected for just, you know, smoking weed like how I do. You know, I went to Colorado and dude was, you know, me and my homie was vibing with some cats. We was like, oh yeah, he was like, oh yeah, y'all still smoking flowers? And I was like, damn.
That's a way to say it.
He said it like, yeah, oh yeah, y'all still smoke. And he said it like, oh yeah, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like,
That's cool. You
well,
just
damn,
smoking that bullshit.
I was like, well, how you get down, bro? Like, let me. That was before I even knew. You know what I'm saying? Before I was hip.
But you know what's on my bucket list now?
What?
I just want to go to D.C. and smoke a blunt across the street from the White House.
That would be awesome
I'm
because you can
telling
do
you,
that.
because you can do that.
Because you can do that.
Ah,
in District of Columbia.
It's not even inhale it, just blow it and scream, just inhale
Jeff
it.
Sessions don't see your ass.
Well, I don't give a fuck. It's legal. I ain't gonna have that much
Okay,
on me.
right
Jeff.
okay.
I ain't got that much on me,
Okay.
Jeff. I ain't got that much, Jeff.
He gonna Bilbo
I ain't got that
Baggins.
much.
Okay.
He gonna
Ain't worry
now.
about it.
He gonna
legal.
Bilbo
It's
Baggins.
legal, all right.
Jeff ain't playing though.
It's legal unless you're on federal ground, son. So I'm gonna be across the street.
Jeff ain't playing.
And guess what? He gonna Bilbo Baggins you.
Yeah. Dude, I just think what it is Keebler Elves is just salty. You know what I'm saying? But he should just not. I think like all the other Keebler Elves might be mad at him because they like, bro, they keep buying our products. The more they, so why you mad? It's a win-win for us. He's like, no, it's bad.
Yeah, ain't a fan of that.
I'm a hobbit.
Open it.
I got to open it for him, y'all. He can't even,
Can't even get it
Hell
up.
no.
Hey.
Ain't my shit, is it?
Yep, it's yours.
My bird.
Oops, nigga.
But no, but I
ain't do it.
just can't understand how. And then too, now they also bringing back the offshore drilling, which is just like
They bring back all drilling.
I'm about to say they deregulate
fracking.
everything.
They bring back all that. They bring back all
Motherfuckers is
that.
about to be in your backyard, G, with the pipe, which is crazy because I wasn't cool with how Obama was even getting down. We're gonna tap. Remember that second term? He was, we're gonna tap every natural gas resource. I was like, no, Obama, no.
Did you see the Obama?
No.
Do the Obama again? What he do?
Turn on your faucet and shit. Next thing you know, you get a flame coming out and shit.
Right. I don't want to take a shower and get hit with a flamethrower, G.
Right.
I just want regular water.
I don't want acid.
Regular water. That's it.
I didn't want the acid rain.
They got 3 more years, man, and they're gonna try to do the best they can. They did a decent job in the first year deregulating shit, man.
If y'all don't,
They didn't do a lot of legislation, but they did some deregulating.
Yeah,
if y'all don't know what we talking about, look up
He got to make his
documentary. What was it, Gasland?
I shouldn't be talking too deep.
He got to make
too deep, man.
He got to make his people
Is
have.
that what it is?
I'm sorry.
Gasland? Yep.
That shit fucked up, man.
Yeah, the shit is
They're going
crazy.
Fracking.
And I'm not even talking about it's gonna happen to. It's not even just poor people, bro. Because it was what that dude had like a $2 million house in Texas. Oh man, it was a bomb ass crib.
This whole ranch got fucked.
Couldn't even use the water. They was shipping in some blue green looking shit.
It all matters.
Crazy. Told him he couldn't even water his yard.
Motherfucking
It
cattle.
all matters where you located,
cattle was
man.
dying and
If
shit
you
like
in a
that.
source where they can extract something from,
Because
you
them
in danger.
motherfuckers was drilling literally as close to his property as they could.
Legally can.
Because they can do that.
They know the law.
Now
they know the law.
Now that's the kind of
they made it.
That's the kind of shit where I'm like, okay, yeah.
That's the kind of people
government
that's up
need
in
to
ALEC.
quit. That's the state
check
shit
it
that
out.
needs to say that shit's
That's
cool.
the kind of corporations that's
You know
up
what
in
I'm saying?
ALEC.
Shit, not just that, but other shit. But that's one of them. Yeah, that's one of them things.
Right. And then on the flip side, how people want the government out of everything. Well, let's just deregulate everything. So you mean trying to tell me that you're going to leave it up to companies to regulate themselves?
Right.
But see,
You
that's
want
the
$1 billion.
tricky part.
You want $1 billion companies to
This
just
is-
sit there and be like, "We got
You're going to
this.
trust them. You
We
really
got this."
This is the tricky part of regulation, though. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always about that because sometimes the government does overstep its boundaries.
Sometimes they do.
Sometimes it's for the greater good.
Sometimes
it's
they
just
over-
a simple fact that they just wanna
So
do
just
it.
like how I just said with the drilling, that they doing too much. On the flip side, I like how they were trying to tell, for factories, yo, you got to put caps on your emissions. Even though the companies were saying it's impossible, we could never do it. Numbers went down.
Right.
Numbers was going down, G.
Do it, nigga.
But
So I'm just
but
No, but they
When-
try to.
when that
Well, you know
happened-
how companies are because they want to share.
who was the
It's just
president
like
when
these-
that happened?
It's just like people
Spend that
talking
money.
about these tax
And they
cuts.
were talking about it was
They
costing them
finna
so
change
much.
that.
Okay, it's like the tax cuts. Like people keep
They
the
try to do the
argument
best they
that
can.
most people keep saying, especially conservatives, is they keep saying, "Oh, it's going to bring businesses back
Trickle
to
down.
America." And right, the trickle down
Oh,
economics
man.
and shit like that. I'm like, okay, didn't Reagan try trickle down economics? How'd that
Dude.
shit go?
Dude, Dave
How'd that shit work out?
Chappelle is probably the greatest comedian ever.
So-
man. That shit was hilarious. That
Oh,
man
what he
was
said
funny.
exactly.
I ain't checking shit.
Man,
Wasn't it the truth? He ain't
man,
fighting for
gotta
you.
see that
He ain't
shit.
fighting for me.
That shit is
Right?
the
You
real
know what I'm
shit.
saying?
Nigga, he fighting for me.
That's the realest
Right.
shit ever, man. That man keep it real every single time. All the best comedians keep it real. Richard Pryor, Chris Rock.
This shit ain't no race.
Cat
It's a
Williams.
class war.
You know what I'm saying? Dave Chappelle keep
You
it
know what
real
I'm
as
saying,
fuck,
nigga?
man.
You ain't making.
That-
You ain't
right.
making 5 mil, nigga. We don't care
Man,
about you.
Don't give a fuck.
If you don't
it ain't
got
about
50
black and white like
employees
that.
working for
5
you,
mil really ain't shit
5
for
mil
real.
ain't shit.
It's
That's why I
about
had to
black and
change it.
white
You ain't
to
got
a
50.
degree,
It's
man.
a start.
You ain't got 50
I guess.
employees working
But
for
if you
you.
black and you in that upper 1%, they really don't give too much of a
They
fuck.
don't give a fuck about you for real. But
Know
if
what
you
I'm
can
saying?
serve your purpose,
They about to
you
show
are.
you some shit. Like, oh, check this out. Open some doors, you know?
If you can serve your purpose, you good. But other
Shit about to
than
be
that,
like,
you know what I'm
oh.
saying? It ain't about money.
They're gonna
man.
show you the vault and shit.
To them, it ain't
Assassin's
about money.
Creed.
Right. Right.
Hey, look at your little safe. Look at this.
All right.
They see the long run though. They see they be
Clap
getting
3
checks.
times and
They gonna keep getting checks.
Right. And then and what I'm saying is the shit's just crazy because like the internet, how they just everybody just wanted that shit. We just need the government out of there. You know what I'm saying? And then now you just gonna leave it up to
But see, that's part of the media's fault.
yeah.
Right,
They
it
ain't tell
is.
nobody what net neutrality was or what the fuck that meant. They ain't just they
No,
gonna
but
put a
I think
code
that
name on
I
it.
think that shit came out of nowhere to them.
It did.
They
but
was like,
was
we ain't got
They
to
wasn't
explain this.
informed.
This is some smart shit. Niggas
They
ain't
wasn't
gonna get it.
informed on that shit.
Right,
it.
right.
They should have knew better though. That's the whole thing. They
Man.
should have
They was
been
basically like, look, put a bunch of words together and a bunch of legal mumbo jumbo. People aren't gonna read it,
Right.
and we can do whatever we want.
Right.
That shit fucked up. But They gonna do what they want to do.
Like what Bill Maher.
You see, they had
like when Bill Maher said that Americans are stupid
on MSNBC the other day. Scaramucci, the mooch.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he was up there just looking like a, and it's just so I just don't get it how he just became the president of the working man because everybody around him is rich people.
It ain't working.
Like he's almost all like I could see if everybody around him was self-made, even though he's not. Everybody wants to tell you that he's self-made. I just got a small loan of $1 million. I mean,
Look at Trump, man.
from my dad.
Come on,
in casino chips. What we
talking
going to talk about?
You
going to talk. You know,
talking about a loan. What about the inheritance,
bro?
What about the fact that you ain't never gonna have to work a day in your life,
dude?
From day one,
dude. What about the
best quote I heard?
What's the other shit?
I know niggas who had
the best quote I heard is from a I can't quote it all the way, but you know what I'm saying. I was watching TV. White guy said, you know what I'm saying. But white kids that never understand that, you know what I'm saying. They parents are where they want to be.
Dude,
black people are where you gotta be.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Because they had the chance to, you know, build their life up. You know what I'm saying? Your daddy had a chance to do something. His daddy had a chance to do. His daddy had a chance to do something.
I know shorties that got
Black
bills in their name.
You
man.
didn't. You just got forced out
Bills
there.
in their
After
name.
hundreds of years of being incarcerated, basically, you got forced out there. You know what I'm saying? What do you know?
I know.
Started from the bottom.
I mean, right. It's just I'm not saying that. It's just not saying that. Say there's a line and me and you both can't reach it. It's just that I got 20 hurdles.
It ain't about the
you just
line.
going. You just going straight. You just running that straight 40.
You just
You know what I'm saying? You just got that straight 40-yard dash. I'm running. I'm jumping hurdles.
It ain't even about
and
the
there's
40.
a barbed wire fence
Trump,
I got to crawl up under too.
Trump didn't
Through
even
the
have to
mud.
run the 40.
And then somebody come
Trump
steal me
didn't
out
have to run the 40.
the crown.
You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different
You know what I'm
game. You know what I'm saying?
He caught a ride.
He didn't even have to run the 40.
He
man.
hopped in the motherfucker's passenger
We
seat.
talking about obstacles.
basically.
We got to run through the 40.
That was the
Trump's
whole
tight.
quote. It
Trump's
was deep. I was like, oh.
Trump's
That's
tight.
deep.
You know what I'm saying?
I should have
He ain't
wrote it
never-
down.
He ain't have to run shit, man. That nigga had to shoot shit, do shit.
But the
man.
little Facebook post, y'all see me share the Facebook post about the everybody standing in line, and the dude said, you know what I'm saying, we got to run to this finish line. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's like all types of white guys, black guys, you know what I'm saying, girls, everything in the line. And he said, you know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna ask y'all questions, and if this pertain to you, take 3 steps forward. You know what I'm saying? He asked him, you know what I'm saying? He asked him questions like,
have you ever had to
something
borrow
like that.
money?
you know what I'm saying?
Have you ever had your lights cut off?
You got 2 parents in your home.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, it just kept getting wider and wider. You know what I'm saying?
said wider
you know,
and wider.
And he like, y'all still got to run the same race. We still got to run to the same finish line. But look how easier it is for you to get to the finish line than it is for all
one
them
way
black
to put it.
guys.
That's
You
one
know what I'm
way
saying?
to
He
put
said,
it,
but
though.
I guarantee you, if you started at that same line, that most of them black guys back there beat all y'all.
Man.
I was like, yeah, tell him, white boy. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got in my feelings a little bit, so, you know, they came out. But, you know, it was nice. It was nice.
You said it was nice. It was nice.
Some folks, it's a different game, man. We talking about the president. It ain't even about him being self-made or not. That man didn't even have to run the race.
Dude, he's just not a good person.
He did have to run a race, because if he
did,
didn't run a race, he would have failed. I mean, you know, he
He did
failed a
a
lot of
good person,
times,
though.
but he would have really
He
failed.
failed, hella.
He could have took
He
his
failed.
But look-
like a lot of white people before him. You know, I don't want to say
But
it like
see,
that,
young people
but like
don't
a lot of people
understand,
before him, he could have took that inheritance and crumbled it.
But see, people
He
don't
could
understand
have
though.
fucked it up. It's a lot of people who did, but
Yeah.
that's the thing. This man got, I'm talking about so many chances to where he lost.
That's that race.
That man lost more money than he owns, than he has.
That's the race.
But he didn't have to claim that money. He was able to get government bailouts. He was able to
Man.
get all kinds of shit.
And then too though,
And then I ain't gonna get too deep into it,
and then
but that's
too
the
though,
thing.
when you owe a bank that much money,
If he
when
was
you
able
owe
to
that
gamble-
much money,
if he
and
was
then
able
you
to-
talking about you going bankrupt, how the bank
Right.
gonna get that much? How the bank gonna get their money back?
Right.
Dude, if
They
you
gonna
are
kick you
able
another
to
loan
gamble,
real
It's like
quick.
some.
if you are
They
able
gonna give you another loan. They gonna
Game
like,
of
fuck, we
Thrones
need
type
that
shit.
money
look,
here.
dude,
You know what I'm saying?
if you able to gamble the way he was able to gamble and reap all the rewards the way he was able to reap the rewards with no risk of any I'm talking about any risk to the fact every time you win, you know what I'm saying, you triple your money. But every time you lose, you don't lose no money.
Right.
That's not running
You
a
actually
race.
come up.
You're not running a race.
You actually even-
you
you
always
actually come
gonna
up.
You always gonna come up. Every time
This was
you
his
come out-
ultimate come up though. Being president, that was the ultimate
Oh
come
yeah,
up.
because it was most
And
definitely
that was the
gonna-
ultimate smacking.
Man,
Everybody
look.
face that was richer than him.
Right.
All those cats that don't think that he was you know what I'm saying? That.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They was
He
like,
probably
he's
was
gonna
like,
because
you know what?
because
Fuck
it's not
it, I'm finna
because
run
it's
for
not a
president.
secret. It's not a secret that a lot of those really
He probably
didn't want to fuck with
He
him.
probably didn't even think he wanted to.
When he was running for president, they wasn't trying to give him money. Remember, he brags about it. I didn't have.
That NFL
They was
shit.
giving money. They was giving money to Hillary.
The nigga probably woke up and
You know
saw
what I'm
The
saying?
Simpsons
Hillary had hella
that
money.
morning. He saw The
She had way more
Simpsons.
money
She had hella
You
money.
know what I'm saying? The Simpsons was like Trump the president. You know what? Fuck it, I'm finna run for president.
That's the one of the most fucked up things about it. Nobody talk about.
Man, ran for
Hillary
president so
had
he could
hella
help
money
his-
and still lost
Hillary
to
had
Trump.
hella money.
Yeah.
She's one of the most. She's one of
But
the
Hillary
most.
wasn't
was a
talking about
flawed
what Trump was talking
experienced-
about.
She was a flawed candidate, though.
She
Yeah,
was, but
she
she's one of the
was.
most experienced females in the history of in politics in America.
How the fuck she beat Bernie?
And
That
she
was my
lost
Because
she
the
didn't.
Democrats
That's the
fucked
thing.
up.
She didn't, but the paperwork tell you she did.
Democrats
So
wanted that
they're
to
gonna give
happen.
you that shit.
thing. They knew Bernie was gonna fuck Trump up.
Democrats had that shit set up, so she was
Right.
gonna be the
I'm just saying.
president. When
They
Obama
thought-
was gonna leave.
They thought
They thought.
they kept telling her too, like, listen, because she
They
was
thought.
salty because she had to wait
they
behind
wanted to-
Obama.
And then
She
they
was
got-
salty. She had to
and
wait
then
behind
look,
Obese.
They got Donald Trump though. They ended up with Donald Trump, the
Mm-hmm.
easiest target, easiest person to beat. But he was able to finagle the game to where he beat her ass.
Man,
That's because that
No,
that
she
was
bitch
whack.
is a
That's
robot,
because
man.
she was
That's
whack.
Right, she
She was
was
like
whack.
sitting
That's
there.
because he- robot,
That's
man.
because he appealed to the mass audience.
How
What's,
can you-
what 75% of
because-
America?
Okay.
What's that?
Did he appeal to America because America was angry about some shit? He just
America
dude,
wanted to do a change.
Dude, America heard him out there on some angry ass shit, and they fed into that shit. And they was just like, you know what, we like this guy because he's saying a bunch of angry ass shit that we've been feeling for a long ass time.
A bunch of angry what shit?
Whatever.
Criminals.
Whatever the
No,
time.
he knew what to say though. He knew what to say.
Immigrants.
He said what he needed to
You know
say.
what I'm saying?
The same- the same
get
racial
this guy
shit-
away from
The
America.
same
Like,
racial shit that they've been saying before.
Build that
Man.
wall. Build that wall.
Racial.
I'm gonna cut your taxes. You know what I'm saying? Law and order. It's a bunch of
Racial.
shit he
Reagan.
said. It's a bunch of shit that
Patriotism.
he
You
said.
got Clinton,
It's a bunch of
Reagan.
shit that he said was
Patriotism.
straight dog whistles to the
Right.
motherfuckers who voted for him.
Right.
And motherfuckers felt safe for that vote.
Hey, guess who made those votes?
And that's what's crazy.
guess who,
even
guess who
appeals to
proposed
other
those
people.
votes to them?
There's a lot of people.
The corporation ALEC.
It's
Look
crazy.
it up. I'm
it's
telling
crazy
you.
how
That
many
shit
people
deep.
voted for that man.
Hey,
we was looking at
LEC.
some. We was looking at something last
You seen
night.
that shit I was watching yesterday?
Well, no, what was we
That
looking
shit
at?
deep,
What was we
bro.
looking at
Little
last
bit.
night? No. What was we looking at last night where they was talking about
That
how
ALEC that ALEC corporation,
no,
a
how
motherfucker.
them people's was trying to, those lobbyists was in there basically trying to lobby newscasters to not talk about climate change because people don't.
Yeah.
Because see, let's bring this up too.
He
Because
asked the man if you're you're a weatherman, then why you not talking about the, you know what I'm saying?
right.
Why
he
you
says
not-
he says
How's
you're not
that
doing
not
your
your
job
job?
right now if you're not talking about climate change.
Yeah.
Now people think because it's cold right now that global warming, climate change, they think it's not real. They watch a lot of Fox News. It's a dude. What's that dude's name? Gerald Garfield
Like,
or
oh, look,
whoever.
his record lower.
Whatever that
It's-
dude
it's
is.
cold right
he
now.
hates climate change. He hates the thought about the thought of climate change.
Right.
Even though right now Boston is underwater. They got hit with a fucking hurricane.
in the damn middle of winter.
In the middle.
In the middle of
Come
fucking
on, y'all.
winter.
Remember-
But ain't shit going on.
Remember
though.
Hurricane Sandy?
It's a blur.
Right.
cane.
Remember what happened to the
New
Atlantic
Jersey-
coast, y'all?
What happened to the
It's
New
a
Jersey
snow-
shore and
That's some
shit?
fucking day after tomorrow ass shit.
Right.
Snow blizzard.
I'm just saying.
What about the snow blizzard?
So,
what is it? The
the
bomb
thing is-
cyclone? I mean, the bomb
cyclone.
So
hurricane.
the
some
thing
shit
is
like that.
to not try to discuss, do humans have a role in this?
with all
it's
that
just-
fracking and shit.
It's just come on now.
It's preposterous.
Come on now.
I mean, for us, that's the only word I can think of.
I mean,
Shit.
we ain't go. When it's 180 degrees outside, we ain't gonna be here.
I
With our
feel like-
kids.
I feel like
gonna be
now
here.
Man.
knowing what I know now,
Nobody.
Captain Planet should have
Wow.
been like.
Oh man, we gonna invent.
Hey,
we
wow,
gonna
y'all
invent
gonna be
something. Now we
Hey,
gonna invent something.
Hey, I feel like now knowing,
Niggas gonna invent.
I feel like now
I ain't gonna say
knowing
niggas.
what I
People
feel like,
gonna invent something.
We
You
lose
know
the
what?
guy.
We gonna have on a whole suit out here. 180
At the end,
solar,
we lose.
solar
We lose the
suit
guy.
like
If we
this.
fight
No,
against
look.
the guy, we lose.
Stupid. You
my dad.
stupid.
Don't you take something?
That
My
suit-
dad.
That suit ain't gonna save you.
How come if they can get out in the fucking space? If you believe they was out there, if they can get out in space, how the fuck I
Watch
you
it gonna
to
be
give me a
Movies,
suit?
man.
This shit gonna be expensive as fuck.
That's
I didn't say
that's
every.
what
I
they
didn't
gonna
say-
do every
I didn't
time.
say everybody was gonna make.
That's what I'm saying. They
Yeah.
gonna do that every time.
Trump will be here.
Anytime some shit like that gonna happen.
So
All they gonna do is make
they gonna
motherfuckers
push
pay
Trump
for
out the
Expensive
door.
as fuck.
They gonna make you pay
my
for that
dad,
shit, man.
Of course,
my dad
you gotta
has
pay for
always said.
everything.
I'm talking about pay.
Hey, look, my
Man.
dad has always said that these motherfuckers, these rich people, act like they gonna go somewhere else. He always said, like, man, they act like they got another planet they gonna go to.
Right.
He's been saying this.
Man.
He's been saying this
trying
for
to go to
years.
Mars.
Mind you,
They
that my
believe they
dad was a
do.
fucking coal miner.
Trying to go to
You
Mars.
know what I'm saying?
But look at the what's
believe
it?
they
The
do.
X something?
They're trying to go to
SpaceX.
Mars.
SpaceX?
Yeah. No, they find planets all the time that they think that can inhabit life, and I feel like that these rich motherfuckers been knowing about it.
It's galaxies
and they
on
like,
galaxies on
yo,
galaxies.
So
like they can.
I'm just saying, have you
Galaxies on
seen
galaxies.
Aliens? That's what that dude was trying to anyway.
Right.
But yeah, these motherfuckers don't give no fucks.
No fucks.
And it was
Because
crazy.
they ain't trying to hear shit. They
What's
ain't trying to
crazy
hear.
is y'all. There's literally a lobby. Think about that, y'all. There's a lobbyist group out there trying to lobby weather channels to stop weathermen from talking
Stop
about
reporting
climate
the
change.
news. Just like
Do
they
y'all understand? And if you don't believe me, just look it up.
Just stop reporting the news.
I can't remember the name. Was like, I can't remember the exact name of them, but it's just craziness.
You can Google this shit.
Yeah, it was on Vice last night. That shit was crazy.
And I'm just like,
Shout out Viceland too. I'm just saying.
man. They
They
keep
get you
you
hip.
informed, man. They keep you hip
They keep
with
you
news
hip.
that you need to know. I try to tell people it's the news of our generation.
Yeah, real shit.
But it's the,
You know,
it's
they
the
got
best
me.
news on TV.
I'm just saying, they got me super hip when they cooked the whole turkey on weed smoke. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Niggas was like, damn, that's gonna be my next 420.
Retarded.
Telling you.
Yeah, they be
Crazy.
People
they
don't
be
want
doing some things.
People don't want to like.
I be
People don't want to
watching that.
see
I be
shit.
watching
They
all
be
them-
afraid.
I be watching all them
you know what I'm
food
saying?
shows. Like, what?
Like, damn.
Bon appetit.
That looks
Hey,
delicious.
Where was you at? I'm going.
I want to eat all that. I be in the kitchen on some bullshit after I watch the episode. Watching Maddie Madison, that fat dude that be yelling all the
Oh
time.
yeah, I seen buddy.
Yeah, I be
Ain't
in the
made
kitchen on.
nothing.
I be in the kitchen on all bullshit.
Asian be out
shit.
Asian be out
Trying
there
to flip some shit.
buying shit from the store, coming back, taking pictures of it. Look what I did.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
nigga, I'm nice. I'm nice.
Boom.
I'm nice in the kitchen.
Whole steak, nigga.
I keeps it funky in the
Ribs.
kitchen.
Do bread bowls.
I keeps it real
all
deal.
you can do is
Holyfield.
barbecue, nigga. That's it.
That is not it.
That's all.
Nigga, I-
You can make a mean macaroni.
I think it's
That nigga said I get the milk just right.
Shut your ass up. The fucking you cook, nigga. The pork chops, that's it.
And the Roman noodles, nigga.
That's
The fuck
it.
you
You get the
mean,
Roman
nigga?
noodles.
Nigga, you get a nice little bit of water in there. You know,
Yeah,
make
hey,
sure it
I ain't
don't-
gonna lie though.
Make sure it don't soak up
When
all
my
the
little
water,
cousin
nigga.
taught me how to cook Roman noodles in the microwave, it was like
I'm telling you, nigga. You
was
can't
like
put
a
it on
whole
3
new-
minutes. You
it
got
was-
to put it on 6.
it was a whole nother experience.
Can't be lazy for them.
No,
can't be
don't
lazy.
be trying to be extra hungry.
You gotta halfway.
Eating them crunchy.
You gotta
ass
halfway
minutes,
melt. You gotta
man.
halfway melt the bowl.
6
Okay.
minutes,
Man.
man. They get you right.
Make
I
sure
put
that
some
bowl
minutes.
nice and.
Put some oyster crackers in them joints, nigga.
The fuck with the
Man.
ramen.
You gotta break them up though. You gotta break them up, throw them in there. You
I
know
fuck
what I'm
with
saying?
the
6
ramen
minutes.
noodles.
You know what I'm saying? Get you
telling
some
my people,
oyster
don't fuck with
crackers
the
with
ramen
some hot
noodles.
sauce.
You know, there's like over 1,000
cut up
there's
you a couple,
over
cut up you a
1,000
couple
ramen
hot dogs, boy.
in China, I think.
Nah, ain't no. Well, yeah, shit. That ramen.
Fun
shit,
fact.
Just ramen.
I ain't ate that shit in years though, but
Ramen noodles. Man, my kids
ramen.
eat ramen noodles all the fucking time.
That type of ramen.
Love ramen noodles. Speaking
They
of
said that you should.
they say I was just finna
feed your
say
kids ramen noodles. 'cause
they say that shit got plastic on it and shit.
they always say something about something. though.
Yeah, it's all fucked up.
They always say
Yeah.
something about
Everything's
something.
fucked
The
up.
internet,
Speaking
how
of
you
which-
internet, how you fucked up, just waking up in the morning, just trying to Google your life.
You gotta be like Trump.
Nigga, my stomach hurt. Let me Google what I ate last
You
night.
gotta make sure you.
You know you
McDonald's,
shouldn't have ate that,
man.
right?
Right, right.
That's what Google gonna tell you. You know you shouldn't have ate that, right?
And then, did you see
Fuck.
how he was talking about literally how he said that because y'all do know that the Winter Olympics is happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's happening in what, South Korea, some shit like that.
No idea.
Yeah,
But
it's
North
South.
North
I think
Korea
it's
trying
South.
to get
Yeah.
cool with South
Well,
Korea right
definitely.
now. You hear that?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, well, Trump saying he literally was talking about that wouldn't have happened without me. You think that would have happened without my pressure, my tweets, my comments,
My button.
My button. My button.
my button?
Think that would have happened without my button.
He knows my button is there.
He knows.
And it was funny
what I can
because
do.
even
If I
on
wouldn't have handled North
But
Korea,
look,
grabbed
this
a
is
couple
what the
bitches
funny
by the
shit
pussy.
because y'all have to understand. I survey news channels. You know what I'm saying? I go through all of them. I need to be like Trump. I need to have like 4 TVs. Like,
You gotta, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You gotta do
You
that.
know
And they
what
all
I'm
on CNN, NBC, ABC,
Right.
Fox.
Right.
Fox.
Fox is, I'm not gonna lie. Fox is the most entertaining news source.
Oh,
It
shit.
is.
It's entertaining.
It is.
You know they got the big blue. You know what I'm saying?
Because
It's all blue and
It
bright.
has a
and shit.
whole bunch of what the fuck moments.
Mhm.
It
They're-
has
like,
a
they're so-
lot in a
they're-
day.
And it's funny because
They're,
there's a lot
they're
of shit.
super dramatic about every. They're just
And it's a
so
lot of shit I catch.
dramatic.
And then
Listen,
CNN all dull and shit. You got to CNN. You got to really watch it.
It'd be cool.
CNN
You
cool.
gotta really watch
CNN does it for the. Hey, CNN do it
trying
for
to
the
get
culture.
saucy, man.
Yeah, they be doing it for the culture.
You know how they banging CNN red and they blue. I'm just
Terrible.
saying.
Right.
Hey, nigga, who you with? Nigga, who you with?
Fox News.
You a CNN nigga, huh?
Hey.
Nigga, I'm Fox, nigga.
Hey, Fox News. Hey, Fox News will troll out. They'll trot out Harissa Faulkner, and then there's other black White House correspondent. This shit is so hilarious when they be trying to use hip ass words. Dog, this shit is funny as fuck.
Yeah, it's pretty sad though. It
is funny as fuck.
Today,
I mean, weak.
It's a lot of what the
culture.
Fuck
And if you ask me, they were being a little bit petty.
Fatty.
They go to dude, and yes, Harissa, at the White House, it seems like they think that Steve Bannon's tweets were just Twitter fingers. Get the fuck out of here. I be like, get the fuck out of here, you corny motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Like,
motherfuckers is
and it's,
horrible.
I mean, listen.
It's like after he says that he made that Dr. Evil face,
Listen.
like,
I watch a lot of news, okay?
Terrible.
I do understand that CNN and MSNBC are liberal biased. That's just 100. But they, but they try to, at least they try to do a better job.
Hold on.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Let's try to dive into that real quick because you got CNN and you got MSNBC.
Right.
MSNBC was more liberal, but they're actually like
MSNBC used to have a lot of, that's where Tucker Carlson came from.
they used to.
You know what I'm saying? Remember he got hit by Jon Stewart?
But that's what I'm
bow
saying.
tie wearing motherfucker.
A lot
Don't
of
watch Rachel.
Tucker Carlson's face.
a lot of these motherfuckers just bounce back and forth. That's what I'm saying. He's retarded though.
Dude, that dude right there.
He might be slow.
They go
I
to,
love
are you
to
going
go
to pay
into
me?
that.
You going to pay me?
Asking questions and
Okay.
shit, man.
But
like Rachel Maddow.
But
yeah, she's pretty liberal.
Yeah.
But that's
Everybody
what
on MSNBC, bro. I'm there for real. Everybody. Name somebody. That's not.
didn't they have Greta for a second?
Who?
Greta Van Susteren or whatever, the other white chick.
Oh,
It was a hot second, man.
Yeah, they did. The chick that be wearing the suit jackets.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
it
like
didn't work, but they was trying that shit, man.
Yeah.
They ain't slick, but they are more liberal than CNN. But CNN just keeping it real.
CNN is real liberal too, though. Who's
They're
not
trying to
liberal on there?
They're trying to keep it real. They don't like Trump. That's it, man.
I mean, right. But that's what I'm saying, though. But it is what it
Is they wrong for
Most of
not?
the shit is like.
Is they wrong for not liking Trump?
And then when you start,
It ain't like
splitting
he's
down
doing
the
shit
hairs,
for him to like.
Hold on.
What it is this is what
They
it
just
is.
speaking the truth.
CNN covers the news, right? But they'll have a segment where they'll try to get everyone in there.
Right.
But it's how long they cover certain things. That's how CNN
That's
does it.
every news program.
No.
Hold on.
Fox is totally different.
Fox totally different.
Fox totally different.
But they're just totally
Fox got
different.
spin
But
out
they're
this
totally-
world.
Yeah.
Fox,
They're
Fox
totally
creates
different.
the narrative in the morning.
Fox is
Right.
different.
It's sure do.
They create the narrative 7:00 in the morning.
Yeah, they
they're
started
telling
early. They started
telling the audience and Trump, because if you don't believe it, Trump has retweeted things that Fox News has said early in the
watches
morning
Fox
that
News.
they have to retract.
He watches Fox. Fox and Friends is his favorite show.
Because he said it. That's only how I know this.
Fox's Friends is his favorite show.
Because he said it.
Not
They
Martin.
They mentioned in my name.
Not, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They said nothing but good things
Homeland.
about him.
Right.
Like,
I'm
no.
talking about.
It's not
Bro.
Homeland and shit.
They got the spin.
No,
not
show.
shameless.
Not
Not
shameless.
shameless.
They be having the spin. Like, everything is just. I mean.
That's he like Fox. But that's the thing though. CNN just keeping it real. Besides, like they just lean towards more of the
I'm talking about
gay. You know what I'm saying? Like
Fox News is
that
damn near like
progressive type
Fox
shit.
News is damn near like states television. Like when
Damn near.
when Ebony K. Williams, shout out to Ebony K. Williams, when she did that shit and snapped out about, you know what I'm saying, kept it 100 about how Trump was acting during the Charlottesville shit, and then she was getting death threats.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like because I follow Harissa K. Faulkner on Twitter a lot, because I ask her all the time, how the fuck did she let, I can't think of the dude's name, but basically her co-host, early in the morning on Fox and Friends,
Came on
the
there
dude with
and
the
checked her
creepy ass
ass.
eyebrows.
Checked her.
No, he didn't check her. The motherfucker sitting there doing a cooking segment, leaned across the table and said, "Hey, do you know how to make
Oh,
Kool-Aid?"
yeah.
And she sat back for a second and said, "What?" And he said it again. "Do you know how to make Kool-Aid?"
Yeah.
I'd have slapped the shit out of his ass. Like, doing a cooking segment.
Yeah, but she
Cooking-
at work.
cooking
she at work,
food.
man. She at work.
Cooking
man.
food. You ask me, do I know how to make Kool-Aid? Like, this is a course black people learn growing up.
Do I know how to
Type
make
shit.
Kool-Aid?
You
oh,
gotta
what
know
the
how to
fuck?
make Kool-Aid.
What the fuck was that shit?
Hey,
How
but
the
that's
fuck?
the thing.
And
Fox
she
is-
let that shit
Fox
ride.
is always gonna give you that though. They always gonna give you that what the fuck
And she
moment,
let
man.
that shit ride.
You think she was
Yeah.
gonna fuck up her check?
I would have fucked up the whole
Nigga,
check.
they probably gave her a bonus.
Bam.
But that just goes back.
Nigga, her mama was probably watching that shit
That's
like
a lawsuit.
But that just goes back into his
That's a
point,
lawsuit.
though, about how
her grandmama.
That's a lawsuit. So you think Fox ain't? Oh shit. Oh, did he finish
They
that?
know what's
Hold
up,
on.
man. She gonna play her. She gonna play her.
Damn.
role,
Somehow she got an
Played the fuck out that
extra.
role.
Somehow she got an extra check sent to
Play her
her
role.
establishment.
Man, Harvey
Might
Weinstein
not.
probably
She
do
might
shit.
got a
but-
regular ass.
I mean, not
check.
Harvey Weinstein. What was dude's name? Not Harvey Weinstein.
But
Murdoch.
you think I'd have let that shit fly?
And that's the thing. You got whole chicks who letting
Hell no.
fat dudes block him in the corner
man.
and jack off in front of him and shit. So she'll let him hit him with the Kool-Aid.
Talking about Harvey Weinstein or Kool-Aid?
I'm just saying that
No,
in
not
there. I'm
Harvey
just throwing that in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got chicks who
Bro.
allow more than they should allow.
But that's
so.
what I'm
Sitting there
saying.
watching like,
What I'm saying is, bro,
Yeah,
that's
bro.
Fox.
oh,
Like,
but he harassed me.
like,
It was-
I've seen Tucker Carlson.
I didn't watch
Listen,
him.
I've seen Tucker Carlson plenty of times sit there talk about. I seen him talking to this
They gave me
dude
a
one day, and he's
defective-
talking this black cat, and he's talking to him about what rappers need to be concerned about, or what the because they're talking about the Colin Kaepernick and everything like that, and they're talking about the racist statue, the Confederate statues. So Tucker Carlson's like, well, why are they even worried about these statues? Shouldn't they be worried about like the inner city schools, things like that? How come no one's talking about that? And it pissed me off because the black dude wasn't saying. Obviously, you know nothing about black culture because you wouldn't have said that. If you listen to, so you want to bring up rap music, listen to any album. Go back to fucking Ice Cube when they was talking about how shit is in the inner city. So don't act like motherfuckers just now got woke,
No, they just say that shit.
or just now.
it's
That's
just something
because
they
he don't
wanna
know
say,
shit. That lets me know right there that he don't talk to black
It's like
people.
that.
They
You feel what I'm saying?
It's like
They
that
don't
video.
know.
That
They
lets
don't.
me know.
No.
So why the fuck is you up here?
Right.
You shouldn't even be up here talking about black people issues.
Right, because
You're
it's
not
like
equipped to.
it's like that video with Mike Wallace.
You know what I'm saying?
And Louis Farrakhan. When Mike Wallace was basically sitting there trying to tell Louis Farrakhan how can Louis Farrakhan support Nigeria, which is a corrupt country and all this. Louis Farrakhan snapped out and was like, dude, so what you trying to say America is basically? You
And
know what I'm
what did
saying?
Donald Trump say about America when they when Putin came out and said America is not so not so
It's not.
not so
It's not. It's not so innocent.
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 You know what I'm saying? They do shit too. What did
Right.
Trump say in the interview
right.
when they were people was a little right on that America's done things.
Yeah.
And now it's crazy
Not
if
so
Farrakhan says this shit and was pissed off. But when Trump says it, everybody's like, well, we have done things. You know.
But
What
they-
the fuck?
But they don't want to talk about what they've done.
Welcome
What
to
the-
hypocrisy.
You feel what I'm saying?
I'm just telling you,
And so
what it
that's
is,
why I
man.
really I really like to
what
watch
J.
Fox
Cole-
News a lot because I be watching it like,
Yeah, I watched
what?
That shit, bro. That shit
Like
retarded.
when Sarah Huckabee Sanders gets out there and she talks about how when they were talking about how can you sue this
We
guy
might
for
get
this
to talk.
book,
We get to
this,
talk a little
book.
bit more about this by next week. By the way, you know what I'm saying?
How can you sit there and be talking about
your boy Eric Fairfax.
this book?
He said he gonna finally join. We're gonna have to bring the live up closer too. We gonna just have to get right there. You know what I'm saying?
But look, though.
him and Adrian
Look,
get
though.
face to face so they can't slap each other. You know what I'm saying?
Look though, she's sitting there talking about this.
That shit retarded.
She's sitting there talking about this book, and wants to sit there and say, "Well, the president just wants to make sure that when you say something, it's factual and it's truth."
Right.
But I'm like, that is
Right.
so crazy coming from the president. From the second he got into the White House,
From the same.
and he and Sean Spicer trotted his little fat ass out there and talked about that this was the big ever recorded scene anywhere.
But he
anytime,
wanted to hear that, though. He
bang,
wanted to hear
bang,
that.
Gang.
Trump wanted to hear
Trump
that.
did it. It was
wanted
so
to hear that.
litty.
300.
Trump wanted to hear that.
The first thing was a fucking lie.
Right.
That's the thing.
Listen. And for her to sit up there, because she's lied, or she spent it, and for her to sit up there and then act
Kellyanne
like
Conway was like alternative facts.
alternative facts, and they
Dude.
brought that up.
Whoa.
They brought that up to Senator Huckabee yesterday, and she said that wasn't used nothing but one time.
Okay.
It don't fucking
That's the
matter. You got
Did
Skeletor out here talking about
Did-
alternative fucking facts.
Did
Right.
What the fuck
any
is wrong with you?
administration ever say something
Alternative-
about alternative?
What is an
facts?
alternative fact?
Did anybody ever say
I
something
know
like
Obama
that?
be sitting back and watching shit that Trump be doing. He be like, "Shut the fuck up,
Hey, on some real shit. We did
man."
If I would have did
Look at
that
this shit,
shit,
Michelle.
What
They
if
would have
Obama
called me
did
a
it?
whole nigga. They wouldn't even start. They'd be like, "Oh, Obama did. Obama
What you
did some
mean?
nigga
They
shit."
already was
But
doing that
today,
shit.
on
What if
Fox.
Obama?
right.
You act like they
Right.
wasn't doing that shit anyway.
What if Obama?
No.
did that shit?
They had code words. They had code words.
Yeah.
They had code words because
They always got code words. They've been had code words from the beginning.
Senator,
This is white power.
ain't
Ain't no more code words. They on everything. They said they do whatever they want to do, man.
Newt Gingrich, Senator
said-
Newt Gingrich, and I quote, said about Obama, he had tribal Kenyan tendencies.
Mm-hmm.
My Nick, listen,
I mean, man.
listen. Hey, y'all out there, the public, my white friends. Does that not sound racist to you? Conservatives?
What does that mean?
Does that
what does
not
that mean?
sound? How does that not sound? How does that not sound offensive? You let me know. How if that was you and I was talking about this white person, I said, well, he had no, he had just the same old drunk Irish tendencies.
No, something
European
like
tendencies.
That ain't even the same, man.
or if he was-
I guess it's not.
Do you
It don't
feel
even
me?
feel the same
Do you
thing.
feel me?
Oh,
what
yeah,
I'm saying.
German. You got to go to
That shit
German.
ain't even the
You gotta
same.
go to
Or
German.
if he was,
And that's
like a
fucked up, though.
redneck
What
or
you said was
something,
fucked up.
But
What you said was fucked up,
Yeah,
bro.
but don't even feel
and
the
that's
same.
and that's some real shit right there. It ain't even the same, man. We know it ain't the same, man. Motherfucker just jumping in your face saying some shit ain't the same as that.
no, not at all.
So
Because this was real crazy about that. Because
you make Kool-Aid.
Because this
You know
was
what I'm
real
saying?
crazy about that because the whole thing of an American leprechaun is kind of fucking racist.
I'd have told
and
him
shit,
better than your mama, nigga.
right?
Yeah, it's
Oh, some
racist
real
as
shit.
fuck.
Oh, yeah.
American
And it's
leprechaun
super
is kind of racist,
Mhm.
right? But yet, when Notre Dame, with that racist ass fucking logo,
Fighting
announced that they
Irish.
was playing in fucking Ireland, dog, tickets sold out in like 5 minutes. Everybody in Ireland
But
bought that shit.
it's
It's like
legend-
they don't give a fuck.
It's legendary.
Like it's just crazy because I guess they look at black people like, why y'all always so mad?
embodied.
Because I guess us we
Nigga, we give a fuck.
We
For
gonna
one,
give a
it's
fuck.
different.
Right.
For one, it's different.
We was
For two,
oppressed.
man.
We are
it's
oppressed.
embodied. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no team like that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no team like that for black.
Now, we wasn't so oppressed, then
But
we
then-
wouldn't give a fuck about that little
But if
shit.
there was and the logo was like some black dude with his fist out with the afro,
we
and
wouldn't
shit.
accept it. That's the
We'd be
point.
like,
we ain't the
I mean,
same.
with like a
It's different.
spear,
Nah.
It's different.
headdress.
I mean,
or some shit.
because when you forced to accept a whole lot of shit, that then you gotta
I'm just saying,
some
man. Like,
shit unacceptable.
motherfuckers always going, you know what I'm saying, go through whatever they go through. But at the same time, like, when you talking about a white person in power being racist in
We've been
America,
going through what we've been going through since been going
I'm
through.
about to say, who they going to be
Since
most
been going
effective
through.
to? Like,
I'm telling
shit, they
you.
could put you in jail, if not kill you.
Yeah.
Shit, it ain't the
Fuck
same
this
for
shit.
like a little Asian.
Was that we
little-
account for 5 people in
little
America?
Jewish
5%
kid, little Irish
of
kid.
American is black men.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying,
40% of the prison system is black men.
How does that make sense, y'all?
How the fuck do that
Come
make
on, y'all.
sense?
Just by the numbers. By the numbers.
Right.
Just by
Hey,
the numbers,
hey,
y'all.
what
Let
the
me
fuck?
know. Let me know. I mean, come on, y'all.
It's-
Y'all. Anybody that's a a statistician.
It's a semi-successful system, man.
A semi, that is very
What you, about to say?
successful.
What you mean? Semi?
That is
I mean,
multi-billion
that's
dollar
system.
And what's
successful.
crazy is,
I mean, semi
But you know,
in the
That is
sense
more.
of-
That's more successful
You know
than
what's crazy is-
slavery.
I've just been working for over.
What do you mean?
Hold
That
on.
is
over
way
100
more-
I
years.
mean, semi in the sense of this is a
of a
system
truck?
that was supposed to genocide, kill every nigga in this motherfucker. We're supposed to be gone.
Yeah,
we wasn't supposed
ish.
to make it out of slavery.
No. We
wasn't supposed to make it out of
we weren't
slavery.
supposed to die. We were supposed to be a workforce.
We're supposed to be
We wasn't
working.
supposed to
Yeah.
make it out of
We're supposed to be a
slavery.
workforce.
We
The
wasn't
same
supposed to
thing
die
we
out
is
of
now.
slavery. What
The
is
same thing
what
we
is-
are
see, that's-
now.
That's the
What is the solution to
the
that?
difference.
What is the
Indians,
Jail.
Indians was supposed to fucking die.
Indians never made it into slavery.
No, but yeah,
Yeah,
because it was not
Because they was supposed to die.
We were
They
enslaved.
were supposed to
Right.
die.
We were supposed to work. Look at this big nigga.
We
He
were
gonna work.
enslaved.
You know what I'm saying?
The solution to slavery.
Come here.
The solution to slavery was for us to be submissive and just become, like he said,
The
a
su-
workforce.
You
the
was
solution-
slavery, you dead. You not.
The solution
ain't
for
no-
slavery was incarceration.
That's what slavery is. That's
That's
modern
what
day
slavery is.
Listen,
that's why you're a
point.
free man in America unless you
That's why they
committed a
didn't-
crime
And
or
all you gotta do is
otherwise.
smoke. If you smoke,
And
you-
now that's why
you in the
jails
system,
make
you fucked up, man.
because they just slavery.
You in
When
the
you go to
system, you
jails,
fucked up,
jails still make a whole bunch of shit.
That's modern day slavery.
That's slavery,
Modern
bro.
day
That's still
It
slavery.
really is.
That's
It's modern day slavery.
That is.
But look,
And it's in the amendment.
yeah.
It's
Slavery.
Right, it's in the
But
amendment.
look, you can let
Shit's-
all these niggas go, but just take some of these
Because
niggas.
when
Right.
you in jail,
You know
you
what I'm
don't-
saying?
Think you gonna
when
be
you
free,
in
they
jail, you
rather
have
kill
no
you.
rights.
That's all I'm
You
saying.
have no rights.
You have no rights.
You can't. It's no way to restore your rights. It's no. How is that? If I serve my time and I've completed everything that you told me to complete, I'm not restored. I ain't better. I ain't-
And it's a lot of people that think out there, well, if you're in jail, you had to have been this kind of criminal. You had
and
to
what
have
is a
been.
criminal?
You wouldn't be here if
They
you
didn't even
wouldn't
say
be-
nothing
you-
about a
you had to
criminal
have been
until they
this kind of
started talking about black people.
Man, I want to look up.
That's
if
who you would. That
anybody
you
ever
would deemed
study
as a
like
criminal.
anybody ever study like the ratio of like felonies and shit. You know what I'm saying to motherfuckers like
Yeah. It's every 1 in 3 black man got a felony.
That's ridiculous.
You got a felony?
Ridiculous,
Hold on. You got a felony? You got a felony?
Nope.
You got a felony? I fucking do. 1 in 3 black
crazy.
men have a
We
felony.
needed 2 more.
1
Another
in 17 white men
Man, that's
have a
nuts.
felony.
That's nuts.
That's your numbers right there.
That's nuts.
Nuts.
That's nuts. That should tell you right there what the system is about, man.
But-
What is this system meant to do, man? Enslave
Oppress.
you, man. Make you do what what it imposes on you.
Well,
man.
then they also try to tell you that once you get into the prison system that you're going to be reformed when you get
That's
out.
what you're supposed to do.
That's
That's
what
why
you're
one
supposed
person
to do.
said.
That's why I say
That's why one person
system.
said
But
if they
the
would
thing is-
have,
but
if
the
they
thing
was
is-
really trying to help people, the prison systems will be filled with healthcare workers. And,
Exactly.
you know what I'm
It was
saying?
a real-
Teachers.
actually,
exactly.
it was a real
Actually,
That's what it's-
psychiatrists,
yeah.
actual
Doctors, teachers,
psychiatrists.
it's not supposed
It
to be-
ain't none of
You know what I'm
that.
saying?
How's it feel by the same man that beat you, took you, made you lie? I mean, made you could say, you know what I'm saying, that you committed this crime even though you probably didn't. You went to jail for this
Yeah,
little
your
bag of
conviction
weed
rate
you
is
in there,
ridiculous.
and
But
I'm in
look-
here with your cousin. Now he's closing my doors and locking my doors, and you know what I'm saying, like it's a whole
Yeah, it's
oppression.
ridiculous, man. That's
But look,
sad.
like that's what I'm saying, like because they don't have anybody in there to really perform me. Then with the
No.
shit that you see once you in prison, I mean, what the fuck?
It's supposed to be.
You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to come out of prison.
It's supposed to be a
That's supposed to come out of
rehabilitation.
prison better
It's
than
supposed
that.
to be a rehabilitation
fuck.
center. While the prison only got one
You know
fucking
what I'm
counselor.
saying?
Hey, I think it's
One
like I
count.
think
It
it's
should
like
be. It should be a
hey, I
counselor.
think it's like
damn
in
near
Norway.
per three per
I think in
people.
Norway, I think if you break out of prison, you just they don't even chase you.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Why,
well, he got out.
why did we got
He was awesome
Damn,
for that.
that shit fucked up, man.
United States is 75% of the world.
But see, that's
75% of the world, we got the people locked up.
but it's people in this
Right.
world. It's,
And how much is
The free country
Wait. How
got
much?
75% of the world. You know,
How much of
if
the
you go to
how
the
much
world,
of the prison population
75.
is under 18? Like 18 and under. We got more
Not-
kids in prison
Well,
than other countries have people in prison,
It depends on what the state laws.
which is fucking crazy. We just block. We don't even.
But the state laws are designed
Hold on.
for black people to go to
And
prison.
No.
You get
I'm
the
not
same
saying-
time
I'm not
for an
saying-
ounce
no,
of crack
I'm not
as you
saying
get for
that.
100
It's-
ounces of coke.
No, I'm not
people
saying.
who
I'm
tell
talking
you-
about the age.
and
I'm
this
talking
is-
How
about
the
age
fuck is that
difference.
possible?
And this is
How
why
the fuck is
we-
you
we-
get
we
the
need somebody like
I
you know
get
what I'm
caught with
saying?
weed 3 times, I get life.
We need somebody like
Right.
Fairfax though, because this shit is like really ridiculous. The fact that I can't even justify it, and I got to think of ways to say shit. But the thing is, you know what I'm saying? How in the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Can anybody justify the shit that they do when it's shit like that, and then try to justify like, oh, black people commit more crimes, or
so the FBI
or
because
black
they
people
because they go to the
are
FBI
prone, or
because they go to the FBI statistics and say, well, it shows right here that black
Right.
people are more violent
Right.
than white people, even though there's like that.
But it's been proven
Come on,
J.
y'all.
Edgar Hoover is damn
But you
self
going
calling
to
black
you
people
going
out
to
their
history,
names.
mass
And
executions.
it's
Who at the
biased.
top 5? Who at the top 10? Who at
Right.
the top 20?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I heard, you can mention all types of white, you know, I'm not gonna say supremacists, but white power groups, and
Jim Jones.
you ain't gotta mention the FBI one time. Name one black power group, and you can't mention the FBI.
You would know.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. You can't.
Yeah,
And
right.
the FBI has dismantled every black
Right.
every
And it's
black.
Black Lives
And if
Matter.
y'all don't believe that shit,
Every
it's
black-
a fact.
and the
Shit,
FBI
they
made a
about to
move
do that shit
on
too.
that.
If y'all don't believe
That
that
shit
They
shit,
on that
Black
already.
Lives Matter.
They
Just
go
already
watch
on
the-
that.
The name is Black Lives Matter, and you like, no.
No, the fuck it don't. The fuck you mean?
just go watch the
Bitch, all lives matter. Not all lives. All
J.
lives.
Ed
Edgar
Hoover.
Hoover was racist in the
Movie.
motherfucking self.
You know what I'm saying? With
FBI
Leonardo DiCaprio,
director.
like that shit, we all knew though.
That's America's
Right.
history, though.
But-
That's in the
Yeah.
Here's a
He
motherfucking
was
weird
So
ass.
of course he didn't give a fuck. Oh yeah, you
was
you
motherfucking
could
weird
burn, you
as
can
hell.
sell all this because if alcohol was so illegal back then, it should be a hell of white crime.
Yeah, like the
Because they was boosting and moving and you know what I'm saying.
but
It
thank
wasn't.
you,
They
God.
was letting them go
That's
so
another thing.
much.
That's another
But
thing.
they
See,
was-
people want to.
you know,
they always
like-
talk about Chicago. Everyone, all of a sudden, is worried about Chicago. The crime in Chicago. Look at Chicago.
Chicago,
Look
baby.
at Chicago. Chicago. I got a homeboy that always post shit about Chicago. Like they be posting like just cut Chicago off from Illinois and shit. Why y'all give a fuck now? Name me a time Chicago had under 200 murders.
I'm telling you.
What's one of the first things you learn in school about Chicago?
But you got to think
Right.
about Chicago.
You learn about Al Capone.
Chicago
But
is
you
one
learn
of the
about- but
diverse.
you learn-
Chicago has
but you learn about
always
the
been.
mob.
Chicago is one of the most diverse
So you learn
places.
about the
Chicago
mob.
has always
because
been
when
violent.
you when you running from slavery, where was most people going?
It was hella diverse, though.
Check this out.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and check this
So
out.
you go to Chicago, then you
It's a
disperse.
fact
You know what
that
I'm
the
saying?
first American street gangs popped up in
In
Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
real shit. Damn.
Yeah.
That's what's up. But Yeah, Michael. Yeah, but
Okay, cool.
right. But
That's what's up.
I really
talking. Those are our
right.
missed
Our
missed facts.
Our mixed facts. We got missed facts, y'all.
Missed facts. That's
Okay, y'all. Well, some of the missed facts from today. Some of our mistakes. That's what it was.
He did have Michael.
When we was talking about the Buccaneers winning the Super Bowl, it was 2002, and they had Mike Allstott as fullback, and they had Mike Pittman as running back. I remember it wasn't Warwick Dunn. I know it wasn't Warwick Dunn. Okay.
All right.
Kim Jong-il.
He a little older than us. He ain't 22.
Born between 82 and
84.
They don't really know. They don't really know.
That's what I said.
They like he could have been.
Remember, I said that.
He could have aborted that baby.
That is literally like some Dragon Ball Z type of shit right
Alec. American Legislative Exchange. Sorry.
Yeah.
Look that up, y'all.
The black prison rate for males 2013 was 37%.
70,800
minors, youth, y'all.
Wow, that's crazy.
In jail. Do y'all understand that?
That is fucking crazy.
That's kids.
Every year, there's over 500,000
youths. Do y'all understand?
Not the little kids that's killing people.
Y'all understand?
Regular little youths.
That y'all, it's a system. It's a whole system.
And then the whole legal
high school to prison,
legally tested pot.
Yeah. It has to be grown. Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's the quality of the. That's the quality of the shit they be testing.
And see, that's the propaganda. That's what I'm saying. Because remember the propaganda.
And then
did you ever see the video? Like the dude was sitting there smoking the weed. He was crazy, and he like robbed a lady in the house and jumped out the window. What the fuck was that shit? What?
Who has ever? Check this out, y'all. That's the problem. Trump need to go over there and smoke a blunt with Kim Jong.
Y'all
all know. Y'all all done.
You need to go smoke a blunt with Obama.
Y'all all done this. Y'all get to it with a motherfucker. Y'all mad. Motherfucker piss you off.
Obama like, look, nigga.
No. Check this out. Motherfucker piss you off. Nigga like come in the house. What's going on? You like I'm about to go beat Tony ass. Well, yeah, I just rolled up on this nigga. He said some shit. I'm about to roll this blunt. So now you got to roll to the blunt and tell a nigga the story about what happened. So you breaking down the weed.
About time.
Yeah, man. And nigga, you fired the blunt up. You about to blow the blunt with your homie and tell the story. By the time you get done with that blunt, what you talking about?
Nigga, fuck
man, nigga. I just see him when I see him.
I'm gonna see that nigga. I'm gonna see that nigga at the circle. I'm gonna see that nigga at the circle.
Catch that nigga when
I'll see him later.
Hey, that's
I'm just playing. I just play.
All right.
Hey, y'all. I had to say it twice. They ain't catch first.
Hey, but what's real funny is you might even be about it, but like, well, was I tripping? Was I tripping?
Dude, on everything I love. Look,
I was probably tripping.
On everything I love, dude.
All right,
that's all I do, man. That's the fucked up part about me. I'm thinking about what the fuck did I do?
But you know that's another bucket list. I'm trying to go visit all the legal weed states before the FBI shut it down.
When the fans fuck with you. Damn. We got this last.
I'm just saying, motherfuckers always. I don't know. I mean, you just gotta.
We got this final five. What you want to say? How you want to get up out of here for the weekend?
Keep it real. Live your life, man. You know what it is. Ill state. Same thing every day. Only change when I gotta change, man. Same shit, man.
What you got going on?
I'm gonna say Happy New Year's and everybody.
Happy New Year.
Shout out my big bro Cali Cal. Free him. He in the system. You know, it's his birthday.
Cal. Happy birthday, Cali
Cal. Gotta say that.
Free Cali Cal.
You know, shout out to everybody that's watching and tuning in, and everybody. You know, get your opinion going, man. I appreciate it.
What you want?
My name Morvier, and I'm out. Peace.
What you want to say, bro?
Oh, I just want to say thanks for being a part of let me be a part of the show. Appreciate everybody, let me be a part of the show.
Kerri,
come by sometime.
Get that together.
Come by sometime, get a
we do guest screening.
Want to tell my wife I love her, Shamika Anderson.
That's when the heart should go across the screen.
I was gonna guarantee that was
a bunch of hearts right there.
To my kids, to my kids, what's up?
Guarantee that was
she in the back doing that Kevin Hart dance.
I'm about to. What I'm about to say is that I'm probably about to go try to get a dog breeding going on. But I want to tell everybody that I know it's Friday, so just save all your thought. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it all on Friday. Save it for Saturday.
man.
And then just go ahead and pray for it on Sunday.
Pray
Thank
for
ya,
forget,
thank
man.
ya.
And
Say for your
gotta follow up on your
Peace.
shit.
Live.
Hey, happy birthday to my son. He gonna be one coming up on the 10th.
Oh, happy birthday,
happy
Jack.
birthday, Jack.
Happy
Love the
birthday,
fam,
green
you know
beans.
what's up, everything.
You said
Happy
green
New Year.
Y'all can
Baby
Y'all can catch me on
lentils. Baby
Twitter
lentils. Baby
at
lentils.
the Adrian Rucker. Catch me on Instagram at arucknuck.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Catch me on Twitter.
Catch me at
Snapchat at the same name.
McFadden.
Hey, Ruckner.
Kerri McFadden.
Hey, Rucker. All that.
all that.
Might be a
We
guest
outta
on
here,
some
y'all.
other time.
Till
Peace.
next week.
Booyah.